Sorry guys, we're in a storm and we've been having bleeps with our power, so especially with the dimming, our light's been dimming in and out. There is a solar thingy going by. We got spirits and we got a storm, so we got all kinds of shit going on. We didn't lose the first part of our live though, did we, Brod? So that's be a different post. Okay, so we'll pick up and we'll continue on. We'll give everybody a chance to log back in. We did receive a couple more donations. I got Rita Hobbs, thank you Rita, and Cindy Wellman. Patrick, so Rita Hobbs and Cindy Wellman, if we could get their names up. Oh, I guess I gotta see how much. So Rita Hobbs sent $20 and Cindy Wellman sent $10. So thank you ladies so much. Yeah, we've had a lot of activity. So I'm going to give Rita a little reading and then I'll give Cindy a little reading. And remember, all this money is going to go towards a flower shop in Springdale. And we will be giving flowers to everybody in a home in Springdale. We're at $374. Is there anybody coming in from PayPal, Patrick? Your activity is spreading, Fran. I do believe so. I think a lot of people's been getting visitations since they've been in here with me. Oh, Shelly. Sorry, Shelly. Okay, we're going to do Shelly, Rita, and Cindy. Just got to keep on me, guys. Don't get disappointed. Just keep on me. And remember, we're only over an hour in yet, so we got lots of time. Okay, so nobody from PayPal. There's no PayPal transfers come in. So, Shelly. I got some money stuff going around you too, so thanks for your donation, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Honestly, what I'm seeing probably your husband, a male figure coming through here that's concerned about money, and you guys are trying to balance something right now, sweetheart. I feel like there's a give and take, and as me and the girls would say in our class, it's robbing Peter to pay Paul right now, and I feel some concern around money matters for you guys. I'm going to pull you another card, sweetheart. See, ooh, but don't worry, sweetheart. It will come forth, and you will start seeing some growth in your finances. So just hold on, sweetheart. Could honestly want to say there could be some winnings. Don't want to tell you to go gamble, by no means a stretch of imagination, but there is some unexpected money coming towards you. So take it for what it's worth, sweetheart. So you're giving and receiving, but see, this could be you helping somebody else too. This could be you giving your finances to help somebody else, because this is the give and take. This is the balance, but there is money coming towards you. It is, rent is absolutely. So this is robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you know what? It's the future investment, sweetheart. It's all going to come to pass. It's the future investment. Oh, we did get a $10 one from PayPal. Yeah, I did get a $10 one from PayPal. I got Debbie Verge. She sent $10 through PayPal. Okay. So we got Debbie, Cindy, and Rita. See, I'm going to get a piece of paper, guys, and I'm going to write these down because I keep getting people. So, let's see what I got on the go here, guys. So I got Rita, Cindy, and my PayPal was Debbie. Guys, we're trying our best here. I know it's not perfect, and I know we're scattered and all over the place here, but we are honestly trying our best to do what we need to do. Bev, you send one too. Okay, so I'll put your name in. On a little bit overwhelming, but we're trying our best. Okay, so Rita, the next one is for you, Rita. Serena, are you still here? Is Steve's family here? How's Steve holding up? Is he getting nervous? What's going on with poor Steve? Hi, Claire, my darling. Welcome. Carol. Hey, Carol, I got you on too. I got pen and paper now, so I'll scratch them off, guys. Anybody new joining us? We're doing a fundraiser. Steve Wells is going to come on. He's going to give us his story of overcoming addictions, battling cancer and being in remission, and Sherry's story of loss of loved ones. And it's a powerful story. And he's nervous. Steve is nervous, guys. He's nervous. And oh, Rhonda too. I didn't write Rhonda down. Okay. So we're raising money and we're going to donate to flowers. We're going to buy flowers at every penny that is donated. And we are going to bring smiles to other people in our hometown of Springdale and support local. Okay, Rita. I'm really going to need a sidekick on here with me to help me. $389 has been raised. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much. Rita, my darling. This kind of surprised me, Rita. I just feel like you're at a crossroads with your I got the mother card, and we all know the wonderful job that you've done with your boys. I just feel that there's a decision that you're trying to make as a mother, and I don't feel that you have, but I know your family. So it's really pulling at me because I'm close to you, Rita. I'm close. I'm not close like we used to be one time when we were kids. But basically what I'm saying, you're at a point in your life that you're making a decision and you're wondering if you're making the best decision for the well-being of your family. And you're afraid that the children what this decision is going to impact on your children. I have no idea, Rita, what that means for you, but I'm going to tell you, you are motherling and motherling and motherling. And it's not surprised that I get the mother card for you, my dear friend. It is not. And you know what? I wish you would start a little blog. I know you post on your page, but you and Jack's shenanigans together would bring joy and love to anybody. Absolutely beautiful. Going back to the basics and back to nature and back to the things that's important in life. And I'm going to tell you, you are an incredible mother, and whatever decision this is that you need to make for the well-being of your children, it's going to be right. Cut yourself some slack, my darling, because you are amazing. So that is for Rita. And now we're going to move on to Cindy. Okay, Cindy, my darling. Oh. Good problem. Come on. Got one of my cards. You gonna grab it from me? Right there, Lo. Right by your foot. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Sydney, this is for you, sweetheart. I'm getting a lot of young men show up. There's a lot of people showing up here today. And this is like, Sydney, what I'm feeling around here, sweetheart, is somebody that needs to hone their truth. I'm feeling this as a male person, and I'm feeling that he needs to hone his truth, and he's not going to be able to grow until he hones his truth. And I know there's Ace of Pentacles right in that for anybody that do read tarot cards. But you know what? Money is a foundation, and I'm not feeling this about money. I'm feeling this is a foundation of growth. He cannot hone his truth or become who he's supposed to be until he hones that truth. And when he do, that's when his life is going to really start to grow and develop into the person that he's meant and designed to be. And basically, that is what I'm seeing out of those cards, sweetheart. So that is for Cindy. I'm feeling that is a young male around you. Debbie, my darling. Debbie, these are for you, my love. Oh, you're carrying a lot, sweetheart. You're carrying a lot, and I feel for you, too. Why is there so many young people? So, sweetheart, for you, I'm feeling that you're carrying a heavy burden, and I think you're absolutely concerned about somebody, and you're hoping that they're going to see what they need to see, and there is going to be a life-changing transformation coming forth for that person. So that's what I'm picking up for you, Debbie, my doll. Sometimes someone... just feel that you're in a hard time right now, sweetheart. I just feel that you're in a hard time right now. And I feel that you're struggling with the love and holding someone else's burden out to move forward. So that is for you. Okay, we'll move on to Bev. We got 62 people there. Anybody new that's just joining in? We're doing a little fundraiser today. And if you want a little reading, you could donate. $1, $5, I don't care. It all heads up in the end of it. Whatever you can give is much appreciated. So after all, yes, absolutely, Vanessa. So Vanessa said, after all this crap, the seniors, oh, can you imagine what all the seniors have gone through? Not being able to see their family, being isolated from their family, you know? Thank you, Betty, for your donation. You know, absolutely. Oh, thank you for saying that, Vanessa. So hopefully they know that the outside world has been thinking about them, and we are going to be sending love to them this week. So we have received 2 more transfers. We received one from Betty White Patrick of $10. Okay, thank you, Betty. And we got one from Belinda. I'm not sure to say her. Carslin. Karlsson. Belinda Carslin. And she sent, yes, babe, you could come in. She sent us $25. So there we go. Babe, what you got there? Oh, pretty flowers for Pretty Moo. Oh, it's our anniversary tomorrow. You smoozing all those women? Yeah. Oh, thank you, babe. That's so sweet. Oh, thank you, honey. I love you. You want us to try that too? Okay, can you want to explain it? Babe, what am I supposed to do with these flowers? Do you want to put them in the back so everybody could enjoy them? Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I love them. Don't put the candle bomb. I don't want them to wither. Thank you, honey. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you want to tell them what you made here for me? Come tell them and say hi. Come over here and say hi. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. Come in the camera. Squat down. Yeah, I'll hold it up. Talking to Mike. Okay, there we go.
Little homemade EMF meter that picks up the same thing as that green light behind. So if you get close to it, you'll be able to see a little light come on.
So if we get an energy field come to us. So if we got any spirits in the room, we got another device to help pick them up. So, well, we're hoping it will. I'm sure it will. Why wouldn't it work? So they got to come and they got to touch it, and this light will come on. But it had to fool around a little bit. Oh, how many years we've been married? I don't know. 6? 7? 6 years this year? 6 years. 6 years. So, thank you. This is cool. Thank you so much. So, we got a new gadget to play with and work with. And, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you, honey. God, love his heart. Oh. Okay, you gotta let me come down a little bit before I go back, guys. Sherry Wiseman or Sherry Davis? And I got a Sherry Davis too for $15. So I got, Cherry. Cherie Davis. So that's $15 from her, Sherry Davis. And, oh yeah, Sherry Wiseman, there she is. So Sherry, give us another $10. Oh my God, guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay. No, I'm at Carol right now. So the next one is Carol. I was just going to read Carol when my honey banged on the door. He's from England. That's his accent that you're picking up. He's from England. Okay, so I'm going to go through these now so we could try to catch up. But remember, guys, we got hours here yet. So we got lots of time. Lots of time. Keep the donations coming in. We're at $449. So at $500, Steve is going to shave his head. If we're lucky enough to get to $5,000 or $1,000, he's going to bring out the shave and the cream and go bald. So, looks like you're going to lose your hair today, buddy. Okay, so Bev. Oh, this is interesting. I see that you've laid down the burdens off this world, and you're seeking a higher spiritual learning. You're really coming into your home, sweetheart, and you're really starting to understand your truth and yourself. And I got that night. There's so many nights coming forth. So many people coming forth. It's a slow process. It's a slow process, but it's a new, greater understanding for you, sweetheart. I just felt like you've carried a lot for a long time. And now this is your time of self-growth for you. So that is for you, Carol. I hope you're being recognized for your self-growth and how you're moving on. So good on you, my darling. Good on you. Rhonda, my darling, my little tarot little buddy. And I'm teaching tarot too, and she's teaching tarot to me. Thank you for your donation, my darling. And this is for you. Ah, we got the world card. We got a lesson learned for you, sweetheart. We got a young person coming through, maybe a student or something, and they might want to be on attack for a while around you, Rhonda. I'm just feeling a little attack around you. And again, I got knights. I don't know why we're getting so many knights come true. This is going to make an interesting tarot discussion, I think, in our tarot group on Wednesday night. But I got a new starting over a process about a young person that needs guidance, and I'm feeling that there could be somebody that do not want to help you financially, and that's on attack or is going to be making excuses around you, sweetheart. I hope that makes sense. So that is for you. I would almost like to keep those 3 cards. I'm gonna post those in our group. Okay, on to Betty. On to Betty, on to Betty, on to Betty. Betty. This is for you, my darling. Anybody need my Ooh, okay, this one, Betty, I'm feeling around you that there's some deception going on in your life, sweetheart, and you're not seeing things clearly. And someone could be, someone's had something, sweetheart, and they're in fear of getting caught. There's a schemer amongst you, sweetheart. I need you to take a real good look at your life and the people that's in your life, Betty, because I feel that there's some dishonesty being played around you. Could be a loss of money towards you, because I feel like someone is... Be very careful right now, Betty. I mean, there's lots of decisions and lots of options, but somebody's up to no good around you right now, sweetheart. So that is for you. So just be on alert and be very wise, Betty, what's going on in your surroundings right now. Okay. Yeah, let me see the desk because I'm not quite sure what you're wanting me to do here. Yeah. I'll push all this stuff back. So I hope that helps with something, Betty, my darling. I really do. Just be on the outlook, I guess, for a while. Sherry Davis, thank you, sweetheart, for your donation. Seems like we've been through a lot of readings already. I think so. I haven't had a chance to download everything yet, Sherry, but you're next. But I do see it there. I do see it. You're welcome, Betty, my darling. You're welcome. Oh, taking them from the bottom. Should be taking them from this side. Thank you, Della, my darling. Thank you so much. Another night. My God, what is going on with the nights? So, the same thing again, sweetheart. I feel someone's growth is in stop around you right now, Sherry. And I feel that someone is being on attack and someone is being very aggressive. And it's really going to mess up with someone's someone's emotions. I've lost my screen, son. So I feel that there's, even though that they're on attack and they don't want to move forward in their growth, don't fall into it. You just got to keep on showing that love. Sweetheart, love conquers all. And that is what that card tells us. Love conquers all. Okay? So even though they're stopping their own growth, they're being on attack, you got enough wisdom, Betty, to know love conquers all. So that is for, sorry, not Betty, sorry, Sherry Davis. Sherry, that was Sherry, and this is Shelly or Sherry Wiseman. Yep, so who was the last ones? One more, and then I'll do Sherry. We'll do Sherry right now, and then we'll do another shout out to everybody that have donated. She's getting close. Can you imagine how happy all them old people in the home is going to be tomorrow? God bless their hearts. Almost a year in isolation. God bless their hearts. And when we call somebody and tell them we need $500 worth of flowers, how happy is that going to make somebody tomorrow in Springdale? Sherry. Ooh, I like this, sweetheart. This is telling me that you have worked very hard. You've done great planning and don't give up yet. You're ready to reap your success. Your success is coming towards you. I feel that you're digging yourself out of a sinking hole. Don't give up. You're about ready. And I feel that what was once lost is going to be returned to you. This is a divorce card. But I'm not kind of feeling, it's like, sometimes we need to cut our ties and move on. But don't give up, sweetheart. You're just coming out of this place where you need to go. You're getting so close to it. And I kind of feel like you've been stuck for a while, Sherry, and not knowing how to move forward. But things are starting to move forward in your life, and all the work and planning and your persistence, that is the word for you, persistence, is going to start to pay off. So that is for you, Sherry. Thank you so much, honey, for your donation, and I hope that resonates with you. Okay, so I'm going to reload up my phone and see what the new donations is that has come in for us. So did we do Tammy Weir? Okay, so we got 3 more new donations. So we got Tammy Weir off $10. Okay. Need marking on my my notes. So Tammy Weir, thank you, sweetheart, for your donation of $10. We got Sabrina Holloway for $20. Thank you, sweetheart, for your donation of $20. And we got Mary Quinton, Quinton, Patrick, Mary Quinton, off another $10. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. I love that music. It's very beautiful. Have I missed anybody that have donated so far? Belinda. I don't think I did Belinda. Did I do Belinda? No, I didn't. We got one here from Belinda. She was way down. Belinda Carlson. That was Karlsson, Patrick. Belinda Carlson, you got that? She donated $25. So we got Belinda. And I said Betty, right? We did Betty. Yeah, I got Betty and I got the ones from that. So we did have a nice few donations come in. And we got another one. Donna. Just in Donna Fagnan. Okay, are you seeing these two, Patrick? Oh, okay, so you're seeing this too. So Dana donated $10 too. Oh my God, we must be so close. So I'm gonna put the phone down and we're going into five more donations just come in from the last bunch of readings. Okay, so Della just sent one too. Yeah, I'll get to you after, Della, my darling. If anybody's donating, please use the word Steve. Can we get a total? Yeah, I'm just saying it in the mic for everybody to hear. Okay, so Belinda. Good foundation. Ooh, we got a good foundation. We got the lover's card, sweetheart. We got moving forward. So almost feels like to me that you're leaving one home and moving forward to somewhere else. I don't know if that's making sense to you, Belinda, but I'm feeling some kind of fiery, loving romance here for you. Hey, this could represent trying to reconnect with your lover and spending some time alone with somebody that you love. Actually, it could absolutely needs that foundation off the home. Needs a new fiery passion to restart itself and getting away with somebody else. Not someone else, your partner. So I'm going to leave that one at that. I'll take that you need to say, hey, Fran said that you needs to take me on a holiday to re-jump our romantic situation. Or like we say here, you need more naps, motto. You got to go for more naps. Doreen Skinner just sent one off $15. We have our new total. We've reached at $521. Steve, the hair comes off today. $521. We have done it. Keep the donations coming in, guys. Please share if you haven't shared. Oh, everybody that reached shared, can you share again? Because this is a new live screen. We're in a different stream. We're in a different stream. So please share out so we could get as many people in here as possible. Share, share, share. Oh, I did do a private reading for you, Belinda. I can't remember them at all. They come and go. So I hope that, yes, please reshare. There we go. The shares are just flying up. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. Okay, Tammy, my darling. This one is for you. This one is for you. We got to get it shared out, guys. Share, share, share so we could get more people in here. I would love to have 200 people in here this evening to listen to Steve's story. Look at the shares going up. God bless your hearts. Or Catherine said, God bless them cotton socks you got. Did you share over to Ego Healing, Patrick? Okay. Thank you all so much. Share, share, share. Let's get as many people in here as we can. Tammy, my darling, these cards is for you. I got new growth for you. It's almost like you need to step away from the material things that never give you no joy, sweetheart, and you need to move forward into calmer waters. I'm just feeling this is the situation around you, sweetheart, that you're unable to leave right now. But you gotta move through that, let the veil down, because you need some new growth around you, sweetheart. So that is for you, Tammy, my darling. And that could mean anything. That could mean a friendship, a relationship, anything. It could mean anything. It's whatever you know that's not serving you any purpose anymore and you need to move away from. That is for you, sweetheart. The next one on our list is Mary. Mary. Thank you, honey, for your donation. And Serena is going to do some little videos, get some pictures with these people. The razor is charging. Woo! You did it, guys. You got the razor on charge. And Steve there is coming off. It's coming off. Keep the donations coming. Poor Steve. He's in his last hours off enjoying those beautiful golden locks he got. Oh, Steve, we love you so much. We love you so much. Thank you to everybody that donated. Keep them coming. Let's get some flowers to all those people. Let's get those flowers to all those people. Frida, you did one way back. Okay, Frida, I'm going to do you right now, my angel. Thank you for letting me know. And I'm going to read you right now. Let's get, because if we get to the $1,000 mark, Steve is literally going to get out the razor and Serena is going to shave his head with the razor. So keep the donations coming. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, Mary, or Frida. I'm going to do Frida because she'd give a donation way back. So Frida, my darling, this is for you. Just thinking there, sweetheart, you got to make a decision here about some friends in you, and I just feel like there's a lot of fire and a lot of passion around some people in your life right now. Don't rock the boat. That's what I want to say to you. Be very careful where you put your emotions to, and you need to make some decisions. I just feel that there's a lot of energy being sucked from you. How much, Carol, is your payment going to be, sweetheart? How much? Because we could put you up on the board. I know that's coming in when Case gets home. So I feel there's a fiery friendship around you, sweetheart, that you need to make a decision to be very wise about that. So that is for you. Mary, my darling, you are next. 20 from Carol Hearts. Patrick, put Carol up on the board. So Carol Arts, $20. Hey Mary, my darling. I'm getting so excited. I'm just so excited to show Steve that everything he went through. Can you imagine going through all that and then still willing lose your hair to cancer and then take such pride when you get it back and to put smiles on someone else's face? God bless his heart. I'm going to tell you guys are hidden in for some amazing story this evening. Have your Kleenex ready. Steve is here. Your hair is gone, Steve. Steve has made his appearance into the room. What time will you be coming live with us, Steve? Because I know Serena is, the total now is $556. So we're going to try to get a time locked down now for Steve when he will be shaving his head and telling his story. If you haven't shared, please share out. As many people we could reach today is so good. It's just gonna be so good. Save on the shampoo, more beer for more money. I think there's going to be a lot of money come in as he tells his story. I think once Steve starts telling his story, I think the money will start coming in. New target, Pat. Oh, I love that. Goal reach. Love it, love it, love it. So our new target now is coming right up. Okay, sorry. Mary. Sweetheart, I'm feeling a lot of concern around you, Mary, about somebody. There's lots of decisions being made about home and about money, and I'm feeling just a lot of decisions. I don't want to get too deep into these cards either, but there's needs to be new communication skills reached and new decisions made in a peaceful manner to move forward to restore the family unit the way it once was. That is for you, Mary. And you know, that could be you, could be someone you're close to. You could be picking up a friend's energy, could be a child. Whatever it is, sweetheart, it's communication. Because there is an intelligent person at play here. And right now they're not seeing things the way that things needs to be seen. Mary? So that is for you. I hope that brings some understanding. It's bring some. I'm just wondering, was I reading Mary or Donna there? Not quite sure who I was reading. I think it was for Mary, wasn't it? So anyway, that's for you. Dana, this next one is for you. I don't know if I did Mary twice or what I did there. But Dana, I'm just so excited now. I'm getting right in the mood for this. Right in the mood for it. This is absolutely amazing. Dana, I see this is time of reflection for you. And again, I'm feeling that this reflection is going to bring you some much needed spiritual wisdom and grounding. And I think you've come to the point in your life that material things do not mean anything to you anymore. And it's all about love and family and closeness. I almost want to say, sister, that you're into a meditation or some kind of spiritual understanding that's new and exciting for you. And if you haven't come into it yet, Donna, I feel that you are. I feel that you're coming into this wonderful, peaceful time with yourself. And a new way of thoughting is being forged out for you. So that is for you, my darling. Carol, Arts. So, Steve, what time are you, please? Can you give us a time when you would like to come live? So we could at least give people a time frame, because we've already had people asking what time will you be giving your story. So I would like to I would like to shave my head with peaches, but I just shaved it. So keep the donations coming in. We're going to bless anybody in Springdale that's got somebody in long-term care in the homes in Springdale. This is where this money is going to. You're welcome, Dana, my darling. You're welcome. This is where this money is going to put smiles on their faces that they, all this time that they couldn't be around their loved ones. So let's make sure nobody gets left out and everybody gets a flower, okay, guys? Let's give back to our community. It's all staying in Springdale, and we're going to be helping out a local floor shop. So Steve will be coming live in 30 minutes for his story. Carol, my darling, I got the Justice card, the Judgment card in reverse, and the Lovers card. We got 3 major Arcana cards here. Someone needs to understand justice. They need to wake up to their surroundings that they're in. And I feel like they're in a fiery flame right now of passion. That, they're in the garden. They're biting on the wrong apples right now. So I'm going to leave that one at that. But those 3 major Arcana cards. Carol, if you're still here, we'll discuss this some morning over a cup of coffee. Justice upright, Judgment in reverse, and Lovers upright. So I think after the conversation that we recently had, those cards are pretty damn fitting. So that's it. I think I'm caught up with the donations of everybody that donated so far today. I'm going to check my phone again and we'll see who we got for new donations. Oh, I see a lot here. I see them coming in, Steve. So I think the last one, Doreen Skinner. Okay, so Doreen Skinner, she donated $15. Thank you, Doreen, my darling. We got Shirley James. She donated $10. Thank you, my darling. Shirley donated 10. And we got a draft or something. I don't know what that one means. Let me see what that means there, sweetheart. We got Catherine. She donated. Not sure what that one means. Serena. What is it? Sabrina. Okay, Sabrina, you're going to be next, my angel. You got to keep on me, guys. Okay, Serena. Let me just make sure that money is going to go through, because I had something funny on that one. not quite sure what's going on with that one. But anyway, I'll look into that later because I don't want to. It's Kathleen Campbell. Kathleen Campbell. She donated $15. So that is for you, sweetheart. Okay, so Sabrina. Let me get a little drop of tea, but all my throat's getting dry. So we're going to have a little drop of tea. Oh, I'm so excited. So Serena, you will be able to deliver these flowers, right? And you'll be able to get pictures with some of these people and get us a little bit of video. And when you get all the flowers delivered, you'll get a picture of all the flowers, the receipt, everything like that. Janice, I thought I did you, Janice. Okay, so Serena and Janice. Yes, I remember you donated way back. So I'm going to do Sabrina, and then I'm going to do Janice, and then we'll move on to the new donations that just come. Got someone with $54. I never seen no donation for $54. Or is that a split in? Oh, PayPal. Oh, so we got one for $54 from PayPal. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that one. Who was that, Patrick? Frankie Boyles. So we got another Oh, it was from Rhonda. The Rhonda, I did $54 from Rhonda. She's one of my Tarot with Fran girls. Thank you so much for that. Kathy, Maury, yeah, she gave 100. I already got her money. Yeah, Kathy is the highest one, yeah. Okay, so Serena. Oh, sweetheart, I'm feeling emotional drain from you. I'm feeling that you're trying to struggle with a younger person and their spidey attitude right now. I'm telling you, sweetheart, don't let that inner beast take over. You gotta have patience and calm. If this is you or somebody around you, sweetheart, it could be represent you or somebody else. But I'm feeling a drain off emotions dealing with someone that's very feisty. And I know you're wanting that beast or spite or whatever you want to call it wants to take over. Don't let it, sweetheart. Don't let it. And like I read someone earlier, love conquers all. Love conquers all. Just stay intact with your emotions during this time in this situation that you're in, sweetheart. So that is for you, my angel. That is for Serena. Janice, I'm so sorry. I did miss you. And remember, we will not get a chance to get to everybody, but it's not about the readings today. It's about, we're at 31 shares, guys. Get the shares out there. Let's get a big audience for Steve. Let's get a big audience for Steve. And Steve will be live giving his story. So Janice. Ooh. I got some major decisions need to be made beyond you, sweetheart. I'm feeling there could be some justice, some papers needing to be signed, and you're driving towards the knowledge to know what to do. Oh, thank you, Jack. $5 from Jack. So this is, sweetheart, I feel like there's going to be a struggle here if it's not happening now. I do feel this is really much soul connected to you, Dana. And I feel that there's going to be going to be a little struggle come up, and you're going to need to be driving towards that knowledge. You're going to have to use mind here. It's going to take some skill to move forward. I just feel like there's a lot of delays. This could be, it could be because of what's going on with this coronavirus, but I still feel like it runs a little bit deeper than that. And there's a lot of new ideas needing to be brought forth. But everything right now, what's going on around you is in delay. There's delay with paperwork, there's delays moving things forward, there's delays with ideas. There's just a delay and a shit show pretty much going on around you right now. That is for you, my darling. We're almost at $600. Oh, we're at $606 up on our page. And once the money is all downloaded and everything is all put together, we'll have a proper total. So it might be a little bit higher or a little bit below, but hopefully we're keeping our numbers pretty straight because we're already seeing different numbers coming up. So hopefully that okay, I'm gonna check my phone. I got Carol. I'm gonna do Carol. I got 3 more readings, quick readings to do. How long before Steve gets on now, Patrick? So he said a half an hour. Because I want to at least give Steve 2 hours. Time he does his story, and in time we shaves his head. The donations will keep coming in. And I think as Steve tells his story, the donations will continue to come in. I hope we get 999 cuz. Oh, Steve, God love him at all. No, you don't. I know you don't. I know you gonna do whatever it can to make everybody happy here. So Steve will be coming, I guess, within the next 15 minutes. Steve will be coming in the next 15 minutes to come live with his story. So Steve, are you getting ready? Is Serena there? Are you ready to get logged on? If you Vanessa boy, he shaves his chest, so I wouldn't surprise that I wouldn't say there's too many hairs on Steve anyway other than he's in. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. God love you. Welcome, Isabel. Welcome, Isabel. Welcome, everybody, to the live screen. If you haven't shared it out, share it out. We got an amazing story about ready to go on. Okay, so Carol. No, I did Carol. So I'm at Doreen. Doreen, my darling, I'm seeing some victory here for you. I feel like someone have defended their actions for a while. I feel like they've been overwhelmed. And almost like I feel like this could be someone in school or somebody in a learning course, someone spiritual growth connected to this person. Or schooling. And they have going to be a knowledge for their work and their devotion and their time and their energy that they put in, and they should be celebrated. And you know, usually when you get to 6, I got the 6 of Wands, and then it's followed by the Knight of Cups. So their achievement that they've done is going to help many. They're going to become a knight in shining harbor because of their lessons that they learn and their achievements that they make. They're going to help many. So Doreen, that is for you. I'm almost wondering if you had a child that is, or yourself, what you do for a living, because I feel like you work very hard and went through many struggles in your life to achieve what they got or what you got, and now they're moving forward, and because of what they do, they're helping many people. and it could be just something as simple of what Steve is doing here today. So that is for you. Shirley, my darling. This next one is for you. Oh, Jack. Yes, 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 we will do Jack. Oh my God, poor Steve. So yes, Steve's story is be coming on in the next 10-15 minutes. If you guys want to send your Patrick, you want to start with that, and I'll set that up, and then when Steve is doing his thingy, we could still keep the total and everything else coming in. You're welcome, Doreen, my darling. You're welcome. I'm not concentrating on everybody like I usually do today. I'm just so excited and with everything that's going on with Steve and this story, and it's our first live fundraiser, so everything seems pretty yes, is gonna grow back. Okay, here's my silly crowd on the go. So Jack, my darling. Jack, 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 Jack. Stop defending your actions. When you're up to no good, admit you're up to no good. I think you're feeling overwhelmed right now. There could be a financial burden around you too, that you're feeling where a certain money coming from. But you, my darling, Catherine, show these cards, Patrick. We got the Fool. Don't be like the Fool. The Fool's gonna jump off that cliff. Think about your actions, Jack, before you make them. Be very cautious. I know you're probably stressed about school and money and things like that, and I know you're feeling overwhelmed. But keep your mind straight, my boy. Don't make foolish decisions. Don't make foolish decisions. Jack is like, Fran? Jack, be careful what your hat, sweet. Walk very wisely. Very wisely. Things will come. Things will come. Things will get itself sorted out. And I know you're feeling overwhelmed. I know there's... So that is for you, sweetheart. But most and foremost, I want you to cross your teeth. Got your own decision as you move forward. So that is for little Jack. Handsome Jack. Okay, we'll check the phone again. Steve, are you getting ready? Jack, are you, Steve, you get ready now to come live. We'll get ready to bring Steve live, because I honestly do not have any hair left in my lungs trying to get those readings out so fast today to get donations in for Steve. Okay, so we got another $5 from Jack. Thank you, Jack. And we got Della White. She sent us $5 too. So thank you, Della, for your donation. Is there anything else over in PayPal, Pat? Or just that one in PayPal? So we got, as everybody will do, did I miss anybody else here today that donated? I'm going to do you now. Sorry, what was her name again? Della. I'll give you a little reading, Della. Thank you for your donation. We got, come on guys, share this out. Steve is about ready to come live. Let's give him a big audience. This story is worth hearing and is going to bring lots of comforting. Lots of tears, I think, here. I don't even... Patrick, you gotta get a roll of toilet paper before we get Steve live. Because if I start screeching, no one wants to see that mess. So 10 minutes. 10 minutes to Steve. Guys, 10 minutes. 10 minutes to Steve. Della, this is for you, my darling. Thank you for your donation. Oh, I miss Bev, Lux, eh? Poor Bev. You're coming right up after Della. No, we're not missing. Nobody's missing out here. And I even pulled my cards right. I'm so excited for all this. Guys, this is so wonderful. Look at all these people giving from down home. That blesses my heart. All those people in long-term care going to get flowers tomorrow. Thank you all so very much. And we'll continue taking donations. Thank you all so much. Yep. What is it? What am I looking at? Wrong one? Hold on, the boy wants to try to show me. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful for me and Steve. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Patrick. Okay, Della. I just can't believe how many nights and pages showed up here in these readings today. The sweetheart, just tell me again, this is the card that shows up when somebody is patiently working. But then I got someone that's trying to cause shit here. That's a little bit thick-headed. And I got someone that's hoarding. It's only... Shit, I don't know if I was ever that stuck to put 3 cards together before. I gotta pull another card there. So I wonder, is this 2 people in play? I'm going to read it like this, sweetheart. I'm going to read it, Della, for you. There's several people in play in this reading for you. And I'm seeing someone that is giving it their all, and working diligently towards their future and their goals and their plans. And I'm feeling there's someone else that's shit disturber. I feel like he's one to cast a stick at it. You're not getting through to him. He's not listening to nobody, and I feel that he's holding on to his emotions. He's not letting anybody in, and as hard as you're trying to break through to this person, it feels like it's as a on-winning situation for you. Just a lot of stuff brewing up around you right now still, and there's a lot of chaos around. I'm feeling that it's 2 people. They're not seeing their own worth and their own growth. They're truly not. And you know, it's... Yeah. So you gotta remember how strong and how powerful that you are. And it's almost like you sowed seeds, branched in a different direction. It's really playing on your mind. But it's the whole... It's almost like knowledge is not working. That we need to go aspect of reaching. That's what I'm feeling. That one's a little bit hard. But I'm hoping that makes sense. And I'm hoping that gives you some direction. Because it feels like knowledge is not going to reach this person. And to the point and direct is closing them off even more and more and more. And they're still going to be on attack. And I feel like someone's saying, well, you should be more like this other person. I'm not getting into that anymore. That's going pretty deep there now. But sweethearts, knowledge is not working. Try some love around this person. I don't know if this is a son or a daughter or grandchild or spouse. Yeah, I'm going to hit it off on one of these readings where I want to keep going and going and going and pick it apart till I know that I got it right. I got it right. Is it yourself? Is it yourself that's not defending your actions? Is it someone trying to teach you how to move forward in your life and you're closing off your emotions? But there's a breakdown, there's a hoarding of emotions that knowledge is not getting through, and you're stopping your own growth. I'm almost feeling now that you're thinking that you could conquer the world with your own dreams. Moving forward with your own dreams, but someone is trying to tell you need to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you, my angel. I hope that makes sense. We have got the grand total of $621. Shirley? Okay, so Shirley, the next one is for you, my darling. And then that is going to be it for the readings. That is going to be it for the readings. I'm still thinking about that other lady, Della. What is it that... Is it that you're doing something that you really, really, really love and you're feeling there's too many restrictions put on you? It could also mean that you're doing something that you really care about and something that you really, really love, but you're being held back with too many restrictions, too many rules. Well, Dana too. I miss Dana too. We've had a lot of donations. A lot. Okay, so who was it? Shirley? Shirley. I thought I had Shirley marked here. Hey Shirley, this one is for you, sweetheart. Oh, I never flicked. I do Shirley and then Dana. I don't have any wind left in me, guys. I am pickering out here quickly because I'm going really fast to raise as much money as we can for Steve. Yep, okay, we got 2 more readings and then we will bring Steve on. Okay, so Shirley, I got a morning for you, sweetheart. I got a time of reflection. I don't know, Shirley, sweetheart, if you lost somebody and you're in a process of mourning and reflecting. And I feel that this is a new spiritual place coming for you and a new time of thinking. So that is for you, Shirley, my love. That one is pretty self-explanatory itself there. So this is a time of, but it's recovery. Feels like the mourning has took place and now you're in recovery. So in the upright position was telling me that this is a morning that is new. This is a whole morning. You've sought, you've lived, you've pondered on this morning, and now you're starting to heal for it, and you're becoming into a much stronger, independent woman. So that is for you, Shirley, my darling. I hope that resonates for you. This is a time of healing for you. Donna and then Bev. Donna and Bev. Can't even do my hair for the last time. It's not going to be the last time now, Steve. It's not going to be the last time. Come on, guys. If you haven't shared out, share out. We got Steve coming live here in a minute. So, Dana, my darling. Dana. This one is for you, my angel. Dana. Beautiful. Beautiful cards for Dana. I got a new beginning taking forth for you. A new beginning. You're in the time of processing and dealing with everything that have been in your life, sweetheart. You're in a time of releasing. A new journey, a time of releasing coming forth for you. Your balance is not there yet, but you're working at your balance. You're working on understanding everything. And sweetheart, I'm telling you, it is coming. 3 major Arcana cards, sweetheart, showing up for you. That is so, so powerful. These major kind of cards show up when there's someone has absolutely dealt with devastation in their life, and I'm telling you, they are coming right. You've overcome the Fool. You're in the process of the Hangman, and now you're working on your balance. You're going to be okay, my darling. You're going to be just fine. And Bev, listen, we're not going to say we saved the best for last, but you are the last. So, I mean, you people could take that now whichever way do you want. I guess it all depends who you're talking to, eh, Bev, if it was the best for last. Okay, my angel, Bev. Guys, thanks for not getting mad at me, staying on me, making sure that I got to everybody. We'll see how long everything happens. And remember, everybody that donated today, all your names are going to go in a pot, and I will come live tomorrow, and we will draw a name. In a little jar. I'm going to write down everybody's name that donated. Once their money is deposited, I'll put your name in a jar. We will come live tomorrow evening, and we will pick out a winner for a full live reading with me. So that is who's going to receive the winning this week. So Bev, my darling, Patrick is getting ready to get Steve to come live. So we're just seconds away from Steve's story beginning. And Patrick, can you get me some tissue? Because snot's enough as it is. Dana, my darling, I got you moving away from something that is not serving you any purpose. No, this is not Dana. This is for Bev. Bev, I got you moving away. I got you moving away, mother. And I don't know what's going on here, but I got the psychic card for you. So she's the psychic card, but you know what? She's also a loving, caring, compassionate, kind woman that sees love and compassion into everybody. And I got a feeling, girl, if someone don't serve you no justice in your life, that you will gladly walk away from them and move on. Sweetheart, I got the Hermit card, and this card shows up when we've had great struggles in our life and been through some hard times that gained us great wisdom and new insight. To you, my darling, not only loving, you got the kindness and the compassion and the understanding from hardship attached to you. God love you. What beautiful cards to hand that out. Please, everybody, keep giving. We're getting ready to bring Steve live. And if you can donate. If you can't donate, then please share. And I'm just as excited. I don't know if I'm excited. I'm just nervous as Steve is. I really, truly am. Rob, if you're listening, can you come downstairs, please? So Patrick is just working on getting Steve up. Thank you again, everybody. Oh, Dana just donated. I thought she already did. Dana donated $20. Thank you, Dana, my darling. Thank you so much. And we did Della, and that's all I'm seeing for new people donating right now. I got feedback in the speaker, son. No. Oh, so that's coming in from Steve and them. There he is. Hi, Steve.
Look at the fucking state mirrors.
Don't swear, now. Calm down. Your hair is just beautiful.
Look at the effing state mirrors in.
Beautiful, just beautiful. Listen now, Steve, we got to cut down on the swearing a little bit. Because my mom, God love her soul, she wants to watch. And she says, you got to give up that swearing. I don't know what
Well,
I don't know
I'll
what the swearing is all about. So we gotta respect the
well,
older ones a little bit.
so we'll say instead of saying the F word, we'll say F bomb.
F bomb. No, but a few fucks here and there is okay. But we do go overboard with it sometimes. We really do.
No,
But
well, listen. When they hear when I'm talking, there don't need to be no swearing.
so can you get your phone sat up where you're not holding your phone and you're just sat back and relaxed, Steve? So I don't want you worrying about holding your phone. I want the camera nice and structured on you. Got a little table, some books or something you could hold it up on?
No, I ain't got your husband here to make that for me.
I know, and he's sweet, Steve. He
Well,
yeah,
you know,
he laughs at you now, Steve.
good.
Because
I'm glad everybody.
he loves you. He thinks you're great. He goes, he's a bit of a princess, though, isn't he, Moo? I said, oh, yes, he is. He's our princess.
Everybody got to listen. It's all about having a laugh and enjoying it. If you can't get up in the morning and have a laugh, just well stay in the bed.
Absolutely, my darling. Absolutely. But so I don't.
You
but
know-
I, you know what I think though, Steve? Because now he rubs his
You know-
belly with all the hair on his chest, and he goes, "Look, Steve don't have this, do we?" So he's always referring you now to Steve. And I was like, "No, Steve don't have that hair, and he don't have that big gut either, Rob."
Yeah, if I keep drinking these beer, I'm going to have them.
How old are you, Steve? How old are you?
I'm 38.
Oh, you're 38. You might get away with it. It says if you get past 30,
Yeah.
but you usually get off
Yeah,
with it.
but I can't eat the same things now that I used to be able to eat. You got to watch it. That's why I drink this kind of beer. Look, because it's low calorie beer. It's only
Okay.
80 calories per. It's only 80 calories per bottle. If I drink Black Horse, I get the shits, and then I got a lot more calories.
Oh. Well, I watches it go in my mouth and in my gut.
Oh no! You know, there's a few times that I might go over the calories. There's a
Might
couple
go over
times,
the calories,
you know?
but you're doing the calorie intake. I love it. Steve, how you feeling?
And
How you feeling about this whole thing?
you know what? I got to fucking tell you, I'm not. See, there's that. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I got
okay.
the F and bomb. Tell you
Yeah,
that it's not like my losing me hair tonight. It's a big thing, you know.
yeah.
But you know what? You know what? It's for a good cause. And look
It
at this
is.
here, look. Look at this here, look.
Let's see.
Look at this here. I got the razor all charged
Yeah.
up, ready to go. Because you know what? I'm a man of my word.
I know you are, my darling. Can I have Serena for a second? Is she here?
Oh, you knows where that's to, look.
Oh God, look how beautiful she is. So
Hi.
we talked about what we were going to do with the money. So are you going to be able to deliver these flowers?
Most definitely. But now the thing is, tomorrow it's not open because it's Sunday.
Yes.
So Monday we'll put the order in, and I'll
Right.
be off on Monday,
Yeah.
and I can deliver and take the videos and the pictures and all that stuff.
Okay. Perfect. Because I can imagine getting a flower and getting one from you. So we're not, because look at that smile with that flower. I mean, seriously, guys. And
Yeah,
Well-
because I'm not going over with this bald head delivering flowers.
so so I'll call, figure out which is up to Steve, which flower shop he wants to use. And I'll call and I'll make the thingy, and well, we'll keep in contact. We'll do it together. And this is gonna be wonderful. This is gonna be
I
wonderful.
got we mentioned yesterday, the day before about, well, I work with a lot of seniors that have like dementia and Alzheimer's
Yeah,
and all that
that's
stuff.
right.
So a lot of them, like, not that they don't deserve it, but I think that the people that have been affected the most by all this COVID stuff,
Yeah.
like I see Vanessa comment about, like, you know, it would bring a lot of smiles to a lot of people's faces. And the thing is, like, families think that it's hard on them.
Oh,
It does not compare how
Yeah.
hard it is on the residents, right?
Yeah.
a big time. So I have a few people in mind down where I work, and we
Yep.
have about 70 seniors down there. But there's a couple homes here in Springdale
Yep.
where they're independent living, or they're like level 2, level 1, right?
Yep.
So they're fairly independent, right? They have their minds.
Yep.
And I think with all this stuff going on, and that they would probably benefit the most.
Yes.
But like I said, I do have a few people in mind that I personally take care of at my
Absolutely.
facility.
Absolutely.
Right? I do.
Yep.
So in other words, they don't have to have cancer to get these flowers.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
someone
Just
who-
we're going to
No,
keep it
so
home.
they
We're
can-
going to keep it local.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yep. We'll keep it home. We'll keep it local. We'll bless somebody that's been struggling in the town with loss of their business. So we're going to. And you know what, Steve? When these people see you, you deserve to reap that smile from your kindness and your generosity from the people in your community too. So
But that's all we want. We want to make that clear in the beginning, right? That
Yeah.
Because there's not a we don't have a cancer clinic here in Springdale,
no,
right?
we don't. Just a little small community.
Yeah, but we got a lot of people that a flower can make a smile too.
Yes, absolutely. And I think someone said to me this week, Fran, everybody accepts pain and loss in a different way. And cancer and loneliness and just, I'm going to tell you, when I went through my blood clots, I can tell you, the flowers that I had sent me made my day. And I tell you, when I was alone in isolation, recovering from my blood clots, a flower would have made my day too. So,
Fran,
yes,
do you want me to tell? I'll tell you that part of it. When I had cancer, you know what made me smile the best?
What, Motto?
Jeff Jenkins brought me in a blow-up doll in the hospital.
God love his heart. Right? Right? I think someone brought
I
my
heard
dad
someone
up.
jump in the background, man.
No, but that's wonderful. Who cares? But sometimes that's what we need. Is different things, right? Go for different people.
Where all the cards, where
But-
all the cards was too, where people sent me cards. I
Yep.
had her pinned up on that wall where all the cards was too.
Yep. Okay, so we're set to go. We got our plan, Serena, to get this done out and hopefully gets delivered on Tuesday.
Once we get all the total and stuff in, then I'll touch base with you after.
Yep.
To get like what florist shop we're gonna use, and how many flowers per person and all that stuff.
Yep.
Just when this is all done and Steve has a bald head, then we'll figure out the details after.
Okay, perfect. So without further ado, I always want to say that word to a crowd of people. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I introduce you to Stephen Wills. So Steve, the ball is in your court. You could start where you want and you could end when you're done.
Do you know what? I always thought that if I got that said to me, that it was going to be in front of a judge.
Well, no, it's not, Steve. It's because of what you're doing here today. It is going to touch a lot of people.
That's awesome. And you know what? I can't wait to see the video when they're all smiling.
Me too. This is nothing. What we see later coming on, you know, that is going to be the perfect part of it, isn't it?
Here, take that. Oh yeah, wait till tomorrow, next day, whatever day it is.
Yeah.
But
It's all. We'll do it all live. If you haven't shared out, guys, please keep sharing out so we could bring as many people in as possible. If you haven't donated yet, please donate. Okay, Steve, my darling, you could go ahead. Where do you want to start?
So you want to start or what?
Yep, I want to start. Where do you want to start?
I told you how old I was there earlier. I told you I'm 38. We'll start right from the stage of 18.
Okay, from 18.
When I was in high school. Okay, when I was in high school, when I walked in my graduating year of high school, the girl that I brought her home for a night. I never even brought her in the house, actually. I brought her up in the shed. And ended up that she got pregnant. So I stuck there for 3 years, and between two of us, it just didn't work out. So then I went to the mainland. I come in off Little Bay Islands on a worked in the crab plant on a Monday. On a Wednesday, I was gone to Ontario. When I went to Ontario, they were supposed to come up with me when I went to Ontario. And things never happened out that way. Whatever, no hard feelings. It's just never happened out that way. I got involved in cocaine then. And I was in Ontario making $100,000 a year for 5 years.
How much was you using a day, Steve?
Today?
No, how much coke were you using a day?
Well, I wasn't really hardcore into it because I was what you would call a working addict.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I worked my 12-hour shift. And actually, what I used to do, I used to work 2 jobs, because one job was supporting my habits. And I never slept, but one job was supporting my habits, and one job was paying my bills or whatever I had. And so when I went to Ontario, I left with 1 suitcase. When I come back with a suitcase and a hockey bag. And I was up there for 6 years. So, that's not a big accomplishment, right?
No, it's not, my doll. Any empty bank
No, it's
account,
not.
I'm assuming.
Well, we'll get to that part.
Okay.
But like I said, I was up there for 6 years. I made $100,000 every year I was up there.
Yeah.
And now this is like I left and went to Ontario when I was 20 years old. So like I said, I've been home now and in remission for 15 years? 15 or?
Home for 15 years.
I've been home for 15 years and I've been in remission for 7. Yeah. So this is not yesterday, right? But when I went up there, I couldn't. First, when I went up there, I lived with my aunt, and I wasn't bad when I first went up there. I used to go out as scatter. I didn't know a soul. I didn't know one person that I know. I lived in Guelph, Ontario, and I did not know one soul when I moved up there. Then I started meeting people because I'm right shy, right?
Yes, we know.
Oh yeah, I'm right shy, so it wasn't no trouble for me to meet people. You know that?
Yeah.
And so when I went up there, then I not that I met the wrong people, because I met the type of people then when I was up there that I wanted to meet because the situation I was in then. So it wasn't the wrong people. So I was up there for probably 3 years, and I decided to go out and buy this car. So I went out and bought this car, almost brand new off a lot. First thing I did was went to Toronto, and I had to put a stereo system in this car, right? Like I had to have a Tomp in the car, still a young fella and everything. I had to have this Tomp. So I went down on Yonge and Dundas, and I bought this trunk stereo, and there was enough room in my trunk for a 2.4 and a dozen of 2.4 and a sleeping bag. That's it. The rest was all speakers. Anyway, that car lasted me 6 months. After I had my license gone for improvement driving. And then
impaired driving?
No, improvement driving, because I had 6 tickets in less than 2 months.
Okay.
And why my license was gone, I got nailed for impaired driving. Because I came home from my buddy's wedding, and when I came home from my buddy's wedding, before I got home, there was a hill, and if you were going fast enough, you can fly the hill. So I was trying to fly the hill, wasted, all whacked on cocaine. Like I say, that night I probably did probably about $1,800, $2,000 worth of cocaine that night. But I still had under my seat, I probably still had another $2,500 worth of cocaine. And I was like probably 1 block away from my house when I a 77-year-old man backed out of a driveway and he T-boned me. And I hit the curb so hard that I took the bottom off my engine in my car. And anyways, that was then. And I realized that.
Was the man okay, Steve, that you T-boned?
No, he T-boned me, and he was perfect.
Okay,
was
good.
Perfect.
Good. Because I know we're going to get questions if we didn't answer that.
And so anyway, I was still in a suit and tie from my buddy's wedding. So they took me and put me in jail. And I wouldn't let out of jail until I sobered up. I was in jail for 2 days.
So where were you two here now, in Toronto?
No, in Guelph.
In Ontario, outside Toronto,
Yeah,
right?
well, about, what is it? I can't remember how far it is. Well, it used to take me 23 minutes from Guelph to get to the airport. That's all I remembers.
Okay.
Might have drove a little bit fast, right?
Yep.
But anyway, so then I come to a conclusion when I was up there that my life is not going nowhere. So, okay, I was on the coke and everything that I was up there. Then I came back to Newfoundland. So I was up there for 6 years and I come back to Newfoundland. When I come back to Newfoundland, so this company that I worked with was a good company. Made cardboard boxes. Smurfit MBI was the name of the company when I was there. So I got this big payout when I come home, and plus I had all this other money. So I came home thinking that I was going to get clean. I was wrong. So I didn't do cocaine.
Can you tell us
What?
the first time you put cocaine up your nose? The very first time, your first experience that led to your addiction.
Oh, that was in Ontario. Because when I lived in Newfoundland, it was always called a rich man's drug.
Yep.
The whole time I lived in Newfoundland, it was always called a rich man's drug.
That's what the movie stars did, right?
Oh yeah, but like you couldn't afford it when you were in Newfoundland,
Yep.
right? But now going to Ontario and making this $100,000 and getting the money coming in, so like I was a movie star.
Yeah, exactly.
And like down here in Newfoundland right now, like it's $100 a gram. Like the more you buy it, the cheaper it is, right? When you're up there, it's just the way. No matter where it's the way it goes. The more you buy it, the cheaper it is.
So how many snorts would you get out of a gram? How many uses?
Out of a gram.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only two. There's only, it don't matter how good it is, there was only 2 lines in a gram.
So 2 lines, that's two hits.
2 lines. So you got 2 lines. $100.
Wow.
It's a pretty expensive habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, that's like if you were rocking it up and then you're smoking crack.
What do rocking it up mean?
So you take your gram. Now, this is not what I was at. Believe me, this is not what I was doing.
No, that's okay.
But you take your gram. What you're doing is purifying it, and you're smoking it in a pipe, right? So what you're doing then is you're purifying your crack or your coke and taking all that cut that's in it, mixing it with some baking soda and a bit of water and putting it in a spoon, and you're purifying it, right?
So that would make it last longer, Steve? You get more hits out of it, or what? Why would people do that?
No, because now they're getting the, you know, you always hear to talk about these crackheads. They're addicted to their people that gets addicted to it. What they're addicted to is that they're getting addicted to their first hit, and they probably get a ringer, and it might take them 5 years before they gets another ringer.
What do
But
you
they're
mean?
always chasing.
But
They're always chasing their first buzz.
What's a ringer?
Well, someone that smokes crack, their head just like it's like the classroom bells ringing.
Oh, so you're all happy and it's yes, finally. It's that high?
Yeah.
That's what you call a high.
And that's why people smoke crack, because they're always chasing that. And it lasts about, what, 5 minutes?
Wow. Wow. So for $100, you're basically getting 10 minutes of high.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Pretty
Wow.
much.
So, Steve, you still never told us about your first time, that first ringer. Tell us about your first ringer.
No. The first ringer is from smoking crack.
Oh,
I only ever smoked crack once in my life.
oh, okay. Okay, but tell us about your
Me and my
first high, your first snort, or however you took it. Tell us about that.
Oh, my first snort. I can remember this one. We was at a club called the Dirty Denim Club. We call it the Dirty Denim because you go to the Denim when we were in Guelph, and it wasn't a very clean bar. Anyway, I went and done a big line, and I danced like there was no dancing tomorrow. Now, probably never had no moves. Probably never had one move. It's the first time I ever done cocaine. And so now, like, I probably spent like $50 that night on cocaine. So anyways, the next time that I went to the Dirty Denim, I spent $50 on cocaine again. And I never even got on the dance floor. So I had to spend another $50. And all I worried about then was not dance floor. It was going to get more cocaine.
Wow, just as quick as that.
Oh my, I'm telling you, it's but wait now. Wait till we get down the road a little bit further. There's a worse thing than cocaine. And like so then after all that happened, I came home. And I came home and I was gonna get clean. That was my goal. I came home and I was gonna get clean. And I still live with my mom and dad, and no, they know about it now, but they didn't know all about this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I came home and I was waiting for my hockey bag. When I came home, I was waiting for my hockey because I couldn't bring my hockey bag on the plane. And I was waiting for my hockey bag because I was going to come home and I was going to make some money. This was my goal. You know what I mean? Just get started back off again. I was going to make some money. So I was waiting on my hockey bag. So someone brought my hockey bag home. And anyway, I got home on whatever date. And when I got my hockey bag home, I'm not sure on the dates. When I got my hockey bag home, sure enough, my parcel was in my 2 skates. I had 600 ecstasy pills. So now I'm giving up the cocaine. Okay, now cocaine's done. Not doing no more cocaine. And I'm going to sell all these ecstasy pills. I'm not going to fucking snort them. You know, I'm not going to eat them. I'm not going to do nothing with them. I'm just going to sell them and make some money to get started back
So
up.
how
right?
much do you sell ecstasy pill for, Steve?
I paid 50 cents each for them, and I used to sell them for $2 for $25.
2 for $25. So, and you had
And I
how
paid
many?
50, I had 600.
Patrick, do the math on that for me. You got my phone. So that's 300 times 25, Patrick. So you had $7,500 for the ecstasy pills on you.
And I paid $300 for them.
You paid $300 for them. So you're going to make a profit of $7,200 on these pills.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
Yep. That's the way it was supposed. That's the way it was supposed to work.
Yep.
But it ended up that I spent 3 days in the hotel room, and I woke up after 3 days with no pills and no money. So it didn't work out that way, right? Because I was still an addict when I come home from Ontario. I was still an addict, but instead of doing cocaine, I was doing ecstasy.
Yeah.
So now this ecstasy didn't stop there. I spent 6 months of my life. The first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning was pop 2 ecstasy pills. So now I had cocaine put down, and instead of cocaine, I went with ecstasy. Do you understand?
I know what you're saying. So you give up the coke, and now you're putting down the ecstasy. So
now I start, instead of doing cocaine now, like I was in places where people were doing all kinds of lines, and I wouldn't do them because I used to be whacked out of my head on ecstasy. So I left. I substituted one thing for another.
yeah. So how many ecstasy
Okay.
pills a day were you taking, Steve?
Well, I can't actually tell you how many, but at that time we had flip phones.
Yeah.
And I used to have 123 OD marked on my phone.
Wow.
And listen to me now. Listen to me. And I used to keep eating ecstasy until I couldn't read what was on my phone.
Wow.
I went to Mingles one night with in Grand Falls with a big Tylenol bottle of ecstasy, the big Tylenol bottle, right? And I give, because when you're on ecstasy, everybody is, you just give them away, whatever. But anyway, the way it worked was I ate, I give away or whatever. But I never had, after being up for 3 days, I never slept for 3 days. And after you be up for any more than 72 hours, you're considered clinically insane, right? So I was up for more than 72 hours. So I was pretty much clinically insane because ecstasy, you can't sleep on ecstasy, right? And anyways, when I woke up and when I had a nap and then I woke up, my Tylenol bottle was empty and there was no money in my pocket. So that's another $7,000 or $8,000 that could have been in my pocket.
Wow.
I can remember, and then I got a payout from work. In about 6 months, I spent about $50,000 in drugs.
So did you ever OD, Steve?
Never.
Wow.
Because my tolerance was so high for drugs.
Yeah.
There wasn't good enough drugs to make me OD. Because back then there wasn't fentanyl, right?
Yeah.
Like now, if you take it now, like I'm telling this story for a reason. This is not just to get everybody to hear my story, but like back then, things are different than they are today, right?
Absolutely, Steve. Absolutely.
Like, I ate all them pills that I ate. I done all the cocaine that I did whatever, but fentanyl wasn't even on the market then. So I did all that drugs, and I'm still here. Obviously, I'm alive.
Yeah.
But you only needs one bit of fentanyl, but the size of a half of a grain of rice, and you can overdose.
Wow.
So, like, just imagine now what I just told you about all them pills that I ate or all the cocaine I did. If there was fentanyl in that, I probably would overdose 10 times.
Yep. Yep. But that's what it is now. Everything is getting more and more powerful on the market. That's why we're losing more and more people.
Yeah. But, okay, after that, after I spent 6 months, on the ecstasy, spent all that money on ecstasy, and I had a bad trip. Okay. I only had 2 bad trips in 6 months. One trip, I was at the Mount Peyton over across the road in the hotel room, and there was a bunch of people in the hotel room, and I was in under the blankets. I was thinking of a way to get out of this room. I was on the 2nd floor of that room, and I was going to jump out through the window. And no, anyways, I convinced myself not to do it, and I didn't do it. So anyways, I was like, oh, I'm all right, whatever. So anyway, because I was clinically insane because I spent too many hours not awake, not sleeping. So anyways, after that, I said, oh, I'm going to get clean. No, I'm not going to do no more. The next day, I got it right on the bombs again, right on the ecstasy again. Anyway, then I had another bad trip. My mother and father don't even know about this one. I'm going to tell you now.
Uh-oh.
So anyway,
Is Mom watching?
if she is, I don't care. It doesn't matter. They don't even live in that house no more. So anyway, I climbed up the telephone pole up on the roof. Because I had another bad trip. And I was waiting for people to come up the lane because I thought I was going to shoot them with the 12 gauge I had in my hand.
Wow.
But all I had in my hand was a walking stick. Because I was gone. So then after that, I buried myself in the house for 13 days. I didn't socialize with nobody. I didn't go around nobody. 13 days. That's what I did. Because I knew just like the street that I was going on wasn't a good street. Obviously, everybody here hears it, so obviously it wasn't going nowhere. So 13 days I buried myself in the house. So after the 13 days, I kind of just used to go out for a ride with my buddies and come back home and have a couple cigarettes, and still wasn't doing no drugs, wasn't doing no alcohol, wasn't doing nothing. So anyways, I was at a point where I felt that I can go out with my friends and I'm not going to do drugs. I figured that I was at this point where I can do this.
Keep your camera still, Steve. You're bouncing all over the place. People's going to get seasick.
Well, we're on a boat, right?
Try to keep his camera still now. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. So anyways, I was at a point where I felt I felt that, like I said, that I was at a point in my life where I figured that I had this ecstasy addiction beat. So there was a stadium dance in Springdale. And everybody, I had this, remember Where's Waldo? You know, you got this white and red striped shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I had a collar shirt like that. So now, first, before we went to the stadium dance, we were all going over to Jessica Wofford's house. I say her name, she don't mind me saying it, and that's Nick's sister, because there was nothing bad involved. So I figured, I'm going to go out to this stadium dance now, and I know I'm not going to do no drugs. So anyway, we went out there and had a good time at the stadium dance. I might have drank 4 or 5 beer and didn't do no drugs whatsoever, 0. So anyway, the next day, now when I wakes up the next day, I had a bad leg. And when I woke up with a bad leg, I figured, oh yeah, that's nothing. That's from, because me being like, come on now, the Fabio Green Bay, you know, I was out on the dance floor, right? So I figured it was from dancing on concrete floor. So I said, well, that's nothing. Take a couple pills to go on back to sleep. Anyways, when I went out, I took a couple pills, went on back to sleep. Then when I went in back to sleep, when I woke up again, well, these pills that I was taking that the doctor gave me, that you had to have something to eat before you can take them. You had to have a lunch, right? So where I was, I wanted to have some toast. So like Dad never ever said nothing for my whole life. Dad never ever said nothing about anything, right? So anyway, here I was buttering my toast. Dad spoke up and said, Stephen, he said, go on in there, I'll butter your toast for you. And when I turned around, I passed out. I was on the floor, not out cold. And anyway, they got me back. And from that time on, I couldn't walk. So anyways, I couldn't walk at that time, right? So anyways, I didn't know what was wrong with me. So they brought me down to Springdale Hospital. I was down there for, I think I was down there for a day and a half. They told me there was nothing wrong with me. Sent me home. And like, I still couldn't walk. So anyway, there was a nurse down there working at the time. Her name was Sabia. She said, I know you from all your childhood and stuff like this. Like, Sabia knew me. Sabia was just so good as a doctor when she worked down there, right? Anyways, so she got me an appointment in Grand Falls, or in St. John's. At that time, she got me an appointment in St. John's. So now, like I said, I'm probably at about 20 days now that I didn't touch no drugs, didn't do nothing, right? So I goes in St. John's. They took blood work from me. Then they had to do they had to drill a hole in my hip to take out some of the bone marrow. So they drilled a hole in my hip, and I'm telling you, they do not freeze it when they do that. They take a needle that's a hollow needle, and they hit it with a hammer, and they take the bone out, and then they take your bone marrow out. So anyway, I had that done. And as I was sitting in the waiting room, half hour passed. Okay, now the results come back. So here I am now.
Mama's saying, no, you got it wrong. It was Grand Falls.
Oh yeah, because I spent 3 days in Grand Falls first on a gurney. Yeah, that's right. I spent 3 days in Grand Falls first on a gurney, and my nurse was my cousin. Quentin Hewlett was my nurse. So yeah, that's right. I spent 3 days in there first on a gurney. They couldn't find a bed for me, so they put me on a gurney. Like, you know how big a gurney is, right? I spent 3 days in there on one of them. They were trying to figure out what was wrong with me, right? And then they sent me back to Springdale. Yeah, is that the way it goes? Am I correct now, there?
Welcome, Trini. Steve has given his personal testimony about his battle with addiction and drugs, and over beating cancer. Steve wants I can't even say it. So is he right, Mom? Is he right, Brenda, on that? What he's saying there now? I can't remember. I guess there was a lot of pain, Steve, but how did the pain just came on overnight like that? Was it in your knee? Was it in your leg? Was it in your hip?
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I probably had cancer like in them 6 months that I was so high as I was. I probably had cancer back then, but where I was so high and didn't feel nothing. You don't feel like, I was so high, I didn't feel no emotions, I didn't feel no pain, I didn't feel nothing. So maybe I had cancer back then and just didn't know it, right?
Yeah.
But it just, like, when I cleaned myself up and sobered myself up, yes, that's when the pain came out.
So you're in the hospital now?
Yep, I'm in the hospital now. On which hospital now, Mother? Which hospital am I at?
St. John's. You went to St. John's from Grand Falls, Windsor. So they took you from Grand Falls to St. John's.
I can remember this too, because Mom and Dad brought me in, and halfway to St. John's, there's a spot there that used to sell ice cream. And I never smoked in front of Mom and Dad, right? I never smoked in front of them at all, because I had more respect for them than that, right? So they had to help me out of the car, and I told them, I said, Mom, Dad, I said, like, turn around, because I'm having a cigarette now.
Yeah.
And anyway, I can remember that too. That was the first time they ever seen me smoke a cigarette. But anyway, we went right to St. John's, and I can remember being in, and my doctor's name was Dr. Grinfo Adams. And he come out into the room where we were to after I had my my bone marrow extract and all that stuff. He come out and he said, I got some good news for you, and I got some bad news for you. And here's Mom and Dad sitting down there now. And wait now. Before he gave me the results, I had to tell him what I did in my life. So now mom and dad didn't really know a lot about all this drug use and didn't know anything. So here's my mom and dad now. Here I am, what, 20, 24, 23? Sitting down here now in a doctor's office where my mom and dad is too. And I got to tell them about my life. So my mom and dad, I had to tell my mom and dad found out a lot that day. They found out, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't know nothing about this.
Oh,
So but he asked me a question and I had to tell him the answer.
yeah.
And so anyway, at that time right then, he said, I got some good news for you. And he said, I got some bad news for you. Because this is the day that I'll never forget in my life. So he said, I said, well, give me the bad news. He said, the bad news is, he said, you got cancer. And I said, wait now. And mom and dad start getting upset. I was like, I looked at them and I said, wait now, wait now, wait now. I said, you wait now. I said, he said, there's some good news. I said, so what's the good news? And he said, your cancer is treatable. And I was like, see? So anyway, I still couldn't walk. I'm in a wheelchair now, right? Like I was getting wheeled in. I could not walk. I was getting wheelchaired in. So anyway, so anyway, I remember this too. So anyway, I left ambulatory treatment downstairs. It was. And they brought me upstairs, 4 North A. That's where they brought me. So now, like I say, I can't walk. I still can't walk, right? Because I'm still in a wheelchair. So they brought me up, and they hooked me up to the treatment. And they told me you gotta quit smoking. That's what they told me, because I still smoke cigarettes. They told me you gotta quit smoking. Okay, when I went in there, I was probably about 175, 180, say 180 pounds. I'm not 100% sure of that. So now, after all the treatment and everything, I went down to 145 pounds. So now, after my first treatment, still couldn't walk, couldn't do nothing, And I was thinking that this is bullshit. Like, I gotta tell you the truth of the matter. I thought I was gonna die. I really thought I was gonna die.
How did you feel about that, Steve? About dying?
That I was gonna die? Well, I tell you how much I felt about it. She just left too. So and at that time back then, me and Serena was dating. Back then, like when I had cancer, and I didn't want to put my death on nobody. So like, there was no reason why or anything like that. I told her, like, go home and stay home. Fuck off, in other words.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want my stress on nobody. And my mom, oh, buddy, Jesus. There's no woman in this world, and I'm willing to say this, there's no woman in this world so strong as my mom is. Because my mom went through all this with me. And when I'll get to the other part in a minute. But my mom went through all this with me. And, you know, my mom stayed there for every day. And there was days that I'd probably curse on my mom and tell my mom to get out of the room and do this and do that. But you know what? My mom stayed there with me. Do you know what? There's probably not many women that's going to do what your mom will do for you.
No, Stephen, there's not.
But my mom did. This is one thing I'll never forget as long as I live. I made my mom upset one day. Listen to this one now. Like, I'm a 6'1" man, right? I made my mom mad one day because I said some stuff that probably I shouldn't have said to her. And like I said, I'll never forget this as long as it lives. And this nurse, I can picture her right now. I can tell you exactly what she looks like. Now the door, you know, your door in your hospital, in the hospital is a little bit bigger than normal doors, right? Well, my door was kind of shut, and all of a sudden the door comes swinging open, and in front of the door there's about a 4'6" woman, and she come over to me. Her name was Agnes. She came over to me and she said, "Yo, you listen here, you young fucker." She said, "You build a bridge." She said, "You build a bridge and you get over it, or I'm going to grab you and put you in under it."
There you go. Good old Agnes.
But that's the way they had to talk to me in there, because they made me feel more comfortable by doing that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was the youngest person on that floor, and I'd stay up all night long. I wouldn't sleep all night long because all the elderly people and stuff like that, they were up all night, bawling out and stuff like that. And I'd be up all night because you couldn't sleep anyways. And during the day, I said, that's when I used to sleep. That's the way it worked. But my mom was my rock through that. And probably if I didn't push somebody else away, probably they would have been there for my rock too. But I didn't want to put that on somebody else. I figured that I was going to die. I'm telling you the truth. I figured I was going to die. I figured it was over. It was it. That was it. Plain and simple. Because, you know, growing up, if you ever heard the C word, cancer, you're dead.
Yeah, that's your death sentence. No coming back from that.
So I figured that was my death sentence. I really did figure that I was going to die. And I had a lot of friends come in and this and that. And okay. So when I was in there and I was going through a lot of pain, and I tell the doctors, tell the nurses, so they come in and they give me the oxys, and well, fentanyl wouldn't actually listen. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But so they'd come in and I'd get all the oxys I wanted and all the whatever that I wanted, and like I'd be high as a kite, and I wouldn't even be thinking that I was in there getting cancer treatment. I wouldn't. So, anyways, after being in there from, I went in there in July, I think June or July, whatever it was. Anyway, it was the 23rd of 1 month I went in there. And when I went in there, so anyway, while I was in there, and I still was not in remission, but my Uncle Kevin died while I was in there. Because my Uncle Kevin had an accident back in '94. But when my Uncle Kevin died, I went in remission. And so I came out to Springdale for his funeral, but
Steve, can I ask you a question?
What, Mala?
Can we touch on Kev for a second? I went to school with Kev. We were in the same class.
Yeah.
So Kev was in a car accident, and that car accident. So Kev was on your father's side, and Brian was on your mom's side.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep, correct, 100%.
Okay. So that you lost your two uncles to that accident, but
that was March the 10th, 1994.
Yeah. So I heard when you were going through your cancer that your mom's brother passed away in the accident, and your dad's brother, he was left in a coma, right?
Yeah, he was in a coma for 14 years.
14 years left in a coma.
And my nan and pop, every day, 2 times a day, they went down to the hospital to visit him.
God bless their heart. God bless.
And do you know what? Do you know what else they used to do?
What?
They used to cook every Sunday. Nan cook dinner, right? Yeah. Every single Sunday.
Yeah.
My nan brought enough cooked dinner when they went down to visit my uncle. They brought enough cooked dinner down there for everybody that was working on that shift that day. They ate Nan's cooked dinner. There's not many people that works in Springdale Hospital that can't say that they never ate Nan's cooked dinner when Uncle Kevin was alive, right?
God bless her heart.
Plus, Pop bring it up to the Esso, up to the grad station. Pop bring a plate up to whoever's working up the Esso. You got a plate of cooked Nan's cooked dinner too.
God bless their heart. God
I tell you,
bless their heart.
that took that took a lot out of my Nana Pop.
You knows it did. I think Steve,
That took a lot.
Kev was the baby too. Was Kev the baby?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard, I'm going to ask you now to your face. Did they try to see if Kev was a match for you? Is that
No,
true
'cause
or is
I
that myth?
I never needed a stem transplant.
Okay. Okay.
No, I never.
So
I was
there's no truth
like,
to that story.
well, because when you take the people that need a stem transplant is the people that your chemotherapy is not working for.
Okay.
I think. But I never needed a stem transplant, so I never had to test people, right?
Yeah.
But I had a lot of people, like I say this one, that I had a lot of people tell me that if I did need a stem transplant, that they would
Be there.
like
Okay.
see if they were the one that could do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, I never needed. I was lucky enough not to need it.
Okay. Wonderful.
So, like I said, after that, well, I came out from my uncle's funeral, and I ended up getting a ride in with one of my buddies back in St. John's, because I still had to be in St. John's, right? Now, this is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this might be the first time that my mom left St. John's. She was in there for a couple months and didn't leave at all, because Dennis Young had a building there, an apartment building behind the Avalon Mall. Exmount Manor was the name of it. So we were in because they used to let me out of the hospital, but I couldn't leave my apartment room, because if anybody had any kind of cold or anything like that,
Yes.
I never had an immune system. Because what chemotherapy does is it takes every cell in your body and just totally wipes everything zero, right?
Yeah.
Because then I had to wait for my hemoglobin, my platelets, and a couple more things. I had to wait for them to come up before I can get dosed again.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you this one too. I had a good buddy while I was in there, and he was from Badger, actually.
Now,
And
was this someone you met in the hospital, Steve?
Never ever seen him before in my life, but he was a good. Me and him were both in there doing chemo treatment.
Okay.
I can picture him right now. And the type of leukemia that I had is the type that was found in older people, but because I was a younger feller, it was easier for me to fight it. But the type that this feller had was the worst one. I had ALL and he had AML. His name was Jamie. And he used to come to my room, right? Or I used to go to his room. And like, this was a big thing in there because we were the two youngest ones in there and everybody else was just old, right? So, and he asked me, he said, what's your counts at now? And after the first time that he told me his counts, I used to ask him first, what's your counts? Because I wouldn't tell him what my counts was, because I didn't want him to feel bad because my counts was coming up and his wouldn't. And he was telling me his counts, and there was a lot of times I lied to the man and said, yeah, my counts are the same way. He ended up passing away. While we were in there, he ended up passing away. Just saying.
Take your time, Steve Muddle. So you lied about your counts, made your counts seem higher to make him feel better.
Yeah. Like I said, he was a good guy. But like I said, he had a different thing than I did, and he ended up. And at that time, I thought I never had nothing, and he had a wife and a kid, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
And I asked, and I tell you this one. This is a true story. Because when he told me my count is counts, and I went by that, I asked the Lord to take me many times and save that man. And it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. It ended up that he passed away, and I made it through it. So that was after I had 68 chemo treatments. I'll never forget that number. There were some chemo treatments that I had that took 24 hours. And that means that I couldn't leave my bed for 24 hours. Yeah. Now, you guys want to hear a story, so you better been ready for the story.
We're
It's
ready,
not gonna be
Steve.
it's not gonna be all good story, you know? So now we're at the point where Christmas is coming up now. So I've been in there since I think it was July. So I've been in the hospital now since July. So now I'm getting out. So I can go home for Christmas. Comes home Christmas. Then I had to do maintenance chemo for 2 years. I had to do maintenance chemo.
What's maintenance chemo, Steve?
Every 26 days, 28 days, you had to go and get this great big needle. Oh my God, it's big size around a beer bottle. But you had to get it injected into you. But I still had this, like right here, I got a big lump right there. Because I had a port from there right across
Yes.
to my heart, the main vein, right? I had a port, what they call a port. So they used to take this big needle and they used to push it into you. And it was called a Van Christine. So for 2 years after, and I wasn't allowed to be away from the hospital no more than I think it was 35 minutes. So I lived in Springdale, still with mom and dad at the time. So I lived in Springdale, and it wasn't feasible for me to live in Springdale. So anyway, I said, well, fuck. I said, I'll go to school. So I went to work and done a hard rock. While I was doing my maintenance chemo, I went to school and done a hard rock mining course. So I figured that, better my life when it gets out of it. So anyways, that's what I did for 2 years. I lived in Grand Falls for 2 years and done this mining course, and used to go every month and do this Van Christine. Oh, but I forgot to tell you. After my about third chemo treatment that I had this nurse come in my room. She come in this room, and like, you know, when you're in doing chemo treatment, you're kind of not up on top shelf, right? You're kind of down anyways. You're kind of whatever. And she come in. She said, "Have anybody come in this room and told you anything?" And I was like, "No. Like, what do you mean?" she's like, have you freezed any of your like semen or anything like that? I was like, nope. She's like, well, I got something to tell you. And I was like, what's that? She said, you can't have no kids. I'm like, fucking really? I said, no one told me this, but you're going to tell me this? And anyway, I lit back in my bed. I'm going to say, and I said to myself, I said, I'll approve this, Nurse Ron. Anyways, it ended up, sure enough, I proved this, Nurse Ron. And it was a 96, or I think it was like a 96.8% chance that I couldn't have kids. Well, I got 2 lovely kids right now.
God love your heart. But I want to ask you a question. You said you were seeing Serena, and you pushed her away. So did she leave and go away and not come back?
She's back now, isn't she?
No, but you know what I mean. Did she step back and let you go through your cancer?
That was a fight.
She put up a big fight for it.
Yeah.
But it was my fault why she never continued with it. Yes. Yeah.
So she tried to come back, but you
wouldn't let her back.
Yeah, okay.
Plain and simple.
So I'm
And
sure
then
these
she went
questions
on-
people want to know.
She went on then, and she got married. And she got 2 beautiful young girls.
Yeah.
And she went on and got married, but in her life, and like I said, she got 2 beautiful young girls. And then it ended up that in her life that things never worked out with her and her husband. And then she went on somebody else, and never worked out there. And it ended up then, because I got married too. And then we found each other again.
Oh, I never knew that part of your guys' story, Steve. So you came back around. It came full circle, eh?
You can't even see me because the lighting's not very good, because we got no propane left, because that damn fucking propane thing burns too much propane.
You Okay, Steve, so where are we to now? Got a little bit off topic there. So you've had your 68 treatments.
Yeah. Like I said, they told me that I couldn't have no more kids or whatever. So anyway, I ended up, after that, they let me into the hospital, and I come back. So now, all the time that I've been in the hospital, every time I had pain, I'd get Oxycontin, I'd get morphine, I'd get whatever I wanted, basically. And there was times they give me morphine. I said, oh, it's no good. So they give me more and more. So now I comes home. I was addicted to opiates. Like, I'm not blaming it on the doctors, but the doctors hooked me on opiates.
Yeah.
Right? I got hooked on opiates because I had cancer, plain and simple. So now I was hooked on opiates for 8 years.
Oh.
And like I told you before, I was on ecstasy, I was on cocaine. There's nothing worse than hooked on opiates and prescription drugs. Like I was on, okay, you call ecstasy and cocaine street drugs? Okay, I agree. I can't, like, you can't see me. Everything's black. But I agree with that. But hooked on opiates is the worst feeling ever.
So what made it so different, Steve?
Because if you don't, like when you were hooked on cocaine, okay, if you didn't do it, you Jones a little bit and whatever. Like
What do you
your
mean,
body
Jones?
wouldn't, like you want it, you crave it. But if you overcome your craving, you can do it.
Mm.
And then when I was on ecstasy, if you didn't do it, it's the same like circumstances as cocaine. But opiates and like any kind of prescription pills, like because your body produces opiates. So when you're putting opiates into your body stops producing them. So now all of a sudden I'm putting all these opiates in my body, so my body has stopped producing them. And when you go through the withdrawals, if you're not having them, it feels like your bones is coming into your legs. It's the worst
Oh my
feeling.
God.
It's the worst feeling I've ever went through in my whole entire life. And I've done pretty much almost every drug there is to do. And it's the worst feeling ever. And it's because, and this is legal drugs.
I know. It's so sad.
And I'm just telling you, it's the worst feeling ever. So obviously you become a drug addict. When I come out of this, okay, now I'm cancer free. I'm cancer free. And I still used to go to work. I go to work for my 28-day shift. I worked on the diamond drills and I made like fucking 10 grand a month when I worked on diamond drills or more. And I made awesome money. And I've seen times that like that's okay. Now Serena's long gone now. I was with somebody else and whatever. What? And when you got two people in a relationship that you're supporting their drug habits, you got to make 10 grand a month. So anyway, stuff happened, whatever. So all of a sudden now we got a son. And like I said, I'm a pretty truthful person. That still didn't make me realize that maybe you should give up these opiates that you're using. It didn't. Because I was still a drug addict after I had my son. I was still a drug, but I can't say I was a good dad, but my son didn't go without when I was home from work because I still worked. I was a functioning drug addict. We say that, right? I was a functioning drug addict at that time. Because when I went back to work, I used to buy $3,000 worth of pills to bring back to work with me so I can go to work and make $10,000. So I was a functioning drug addict. Like I say, I'm not saying it was good, but this is what I did, plain simple. So anyway, I've seen times. I can remember one time in particular. I got a check on a Thursday, and I came home on the following Friday. My check was $7,800. And because every time you come out of the bush, you always go to, maybe you go to strip joint, you go to pizza place, or no matter where you went. Anyway, my tab was $125. When I put my card through, it come up insufficient funds. Like 6 days after.
Oh.
So obviously there was a couple drug addicts, but anyways, whatever it is, it is. Can't do nothing about that now. So anyways, I lived my life like that for about probably 4 or 5 years. I lived my life like that. So anyways, I figured that fuck this. I'm not going back on no drills, going away for 6-8 months of my life and not having part of my kids, blah, blah, blah. So at the time, there was a man in Springo that bought a building and he was upgrading the building. And I was down working with him. I was drawing my unemployment. I was still a drug addict. And I was down drawing my unemployment. And I was working with this man. So now I was there was a time that I was spending about $600 a day. Because you used to get these hydromorphine pills. They were $100 and plus everything else I was doing, and about $600 a day for two of us, right? So anyways, I was making this money. I was keeping it going, right? By doing odd jobs here and there and whatever. Going in and cutting 3 or 4 pickup loads of wood a day and selling it just so I can have me fixed for the next day. So anyway, I was down working with this guy and I worked and I sold up $650 is what I sold up the money that I did. Because I figured that, well, I only have one kid at the time. I figured about $650, you get him a few Christmas gifts, right? So anyway, at the time, I give her $650. And I kept asking, I was like, so What do you got? What do you got? Never no answer. So he said, well, you see it, you see it. When I woke up Christmas morning, and I knew I'd give her $650, and I added it up. It didn't add up to $650. And I called my mom that day, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, I got a problem, and I'm up on this, I'm up on that, and I went through this Christmas the way that I went through. I will never go through another fucking Christmas the way that I just went through it. That was on December 25th. On December the 27th, I was getting help.
Excellent.
And I have not, and I'm proud to say this one, 110%, I have not relapsed once since the time.
God love your heart. We're so proud of you, Steve. Thank God for your mom. But that's
mom
support system, eh?
And there was a lot of things that happened. There's a lot of things that happened that people probably would have relapsed. Yep. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That with my life, because there was a time that me and my ex-wife broke up, and I was living at my mom's. Me and my son, and it was the time that I had my son. So we were all, and the night before that, I usually have to take these sleeping pills to go to sleep. The night before that, I stopped taking these sleeping pills. Okay, and when I was, like I said, when I put my mind to something, I usually just succeed with it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give up these drugs, so I went down to Dr. Young. I was the first person down in Dr. Young's office since he'd been doing all this. I was the first person that graduated from his program, and I've never been back to his program.
And you're not going back to his program.
Fucking right, I'm not. Sorry, Mrs. Ware, if you didn't like that comment, but I had to say it like that.
I think she would agree you had a right to say that one. I think she would have given you a hey man on that one.
No way, no fucking how. But when I was so anyway, I was living at my mom's, and I was still going through tough times then. And mom's out while I was there with mom. When I used to go through tough times, I used to go downstairs and I used clave splits. So instead of using drugs, I clave splits. So this one morning I woke up, and like I said, the night after I stopped taking these sleeping pills knock you out cold, whatever. The night after I woke up, and it sounded like someone was downstairs claving splits. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on? I was like, Mother's not down trying to light fire. I said, because she ain't got to clave no splits. I said, because there's a full truckload of splits down there, right? Anyway, when I goes downstairs, it's all orange. So now this, like I said, I'm still going through my stages of getting out of these drugs and stuff like this. And when I went downstairs, everything was orange. Everything was there was a fire in the house, right? So me and my son, I had my son for that time, and my son was there, my mom was there, and my four-legged sister was there. Dad was gone to work. So I come back up. I woke up mom. I was like, Mom, we gotta get out of the house. And I told, and when I went back in, there was smoke. Now by this time there was smoke all around the house, right? There was my son on the bed with his arms up in the air, saying, Dad, why did you leave me? Why did you leave me?
Oh.
And when I picked up my son and my mom and my four-legged sister, and we got out of the house. All we got out of the house with was the clothes that was on our back. That was it. And the house burned. Plain and simple, the house burned. But that told me something that day, that if I was still on them fucking sleeping pills that I was on, we all would have died. Plain and simple. If I was still on them, I would never have woke up for the fire was in the floor, cracking is where I thought people was claving splits. That's what it was. The fire was in the floor. Plain and simple. And if I was on them sleeping pills,
No, you would have
I
been all
wouldn't have
dead.
all did. All did. So that's that's a lot, right? That is a lot. So anyways, since day one, and
Take your time, Steve Motto. I think you got everybody running for Kleenex at this point.
you want to hear my fucking story, you're gonna get it.
We're going to get it tonight. I just can't. Oh man, you guys didn't get. Like, it's not only your story, it's your mother's story, it's your father's story, it's everybody's story.
I know that.
I'm looking at this, Steve, from your mother's point of view, and I can't
I know I'm not
imagine. I can't imagine.
I know I'm not, but I know I'm not offending my mom by telling this story.
Oh, she's prouder than a peacock. Of course she is. But I'm talking. I'm feeling emotions from your mom. If I was Brenda and if I had to be in this situation, where in the hell would I get the courage to do what she done, and now she come out of all this?
Yeah, but that's only step one for my mom. We're not there yet. You listen, you want my story, we're gonna get it. That's only step one. We're only about step no, it's probably step 3, and there's more steps to it yet. I'm telling you, you want to hear my story, you're gonna hear the full fucking thing. But so now we're there. So now we got all through all that. And it's not just hard on my mom too, because my dad had to go back to work too, and he had to deal with this,
Absolutely.
He had to go back to work.
Absolutely.
He had to go back, like his mom died, and he had to go back to work for a turnaround. There was 3 times in a row that my dad had to come home early for work because of situations. So my dad went through a lot. No, don't get me wrong. My mom is a fucking saint. Don't get me wrong. But my dad is there too.
Oh, of course, sweetheart. I didn't mean that. I'm just talking as as a mother, right?
Oh yeah. But no, none of them through all that, none of them, even to this day, neither one of them has turned their back on me.
They're not going to at all.
Nope.
Not a chance.
So now we're at that stage. So now I only have one kid now. So now this person I was with, I felt she was a drug addict too, and I felt that I can help her because I inspired 23 people to go and get help from these opiates. 23 people. Dr. Wolfrey and Bishop or Botwood told me that I inspired 23 people.
God bless your heart, Steve, and many more.
And I tell you, like I said, I didn't relapse. I was at where I thought one time was my friend's house, and I really liked these. Like they tried to make these oxy pills in a geo cult that you couldn't do it, but if you went and got this thing that you grind on your foot, you can do it, right? Where you going? No.
I can't see Steve, Patrick.
No, decline. Someone's trying to phone her.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm back in. But if you went and got this, we figured out at the dollar store, if you went and got this certain thing that you grind the stuff off your feet with, that you can grind up these oxy pills with and snort them. But they were like jelly, but you can still snort them because it made it so fine, right? And that was my thing. I used to really like them, right? And so anyway, I was at my friend's place one time, or I thought they were my friends, and in front of me, they grinded them up, and they knew that I was trying to clean up, and they asked me, "Do you want a line?" And I realized then that I had to change my friends.
Absolutely.
That wasn't my friends. They knew I was trying to clean up, but they done that to me, and I didn't like that, right? And that made me put myself away from them type of people. Like I had to stay away from that type of people. And I did. I stayed away from that type of, like, now I got a few good friends and that's it.
That's enough.
Like I don't go, that's it. I got a few good friends. I stay away from anybody. Like I know right now I can watch anybody do any drug that they want to do. But all I got to do is step back and think for a second. Like, fuck, I've done every drug that they're doing. Do I want my life like that, or do I want to live like I'm living right now? And I know where I want to live. And there's going to come a time in everybody's life where you're going to realize that where you're living right now is not the right spot, and it don't matter if there's drugs involved. Like you're going to realize that I can improve by doing this little tiny step, and you're going to do that little tiny step because you can look down and see your next door neighbor. Oh Jesus, he just bought a new car. Oh fuck, I love that new car. Well, maybe if I stop spending this $50-$60 a month at Tim Hortons, I can have that car. Like, it don't have to be drugs.
Nope. Absolutely not.
But it don't have to be drugs. Like right now in my life, I got a $68,000 vehicle sitting out there in the driveway. You think I can have that if I was still a drug addict?
Absolutely not.
Like, you know what I mean? And I'm more proud of that out there than I was of a buzzing.
Of course you are.
Fucking right I am. Because, I probably wouldn't have that out in the garden now if it wasn't for Mrs. Garrigan in the house and pushing you to this and pushing you to that.
You know what, Steve? How much more story do you have left, sweetheart?
Where are we at now?
Step tree, I think you said last time.
Yeah.
We're off to drugs. You're off to drugs now.
Okay, and then I was talking. Okay, why? What are we getting close to time or what?
Well, we're starting to run out of time. Plus, we were open to have question and answers, so people could ask you questions.
Okay, I'll sum it up really fast.
Okay.
When we were talking about there, and then even my brother had an accident. He was in a coma. He was doing all this. He was on life support. The first thing I seen my brother do was scratch his nuts, and that was telling me that he had brain activity. That was the happiest time I ever seen a man scratch his nuts in my life.
Oh my God, love your heart, Steve.
So my mother went through that too, and when I was going through that, the wife that I had at the time told me if I wasn't home in 2 days to go back to work, she was leaving me. So anyway, it ended up that she left me, and like I told my brother many times, the best thing to come out of your accident was she left me. And this week, my divorce got finalized, and I fucking celebrated.
So, Steve, back up a minute. So your brother was in an accident?
Yeah.
After the house fire?
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
He was left in a coma for how long?
He was on life support, actually. And when they pulled the plug on him, they didn't know if he was going to have brain activity or not.
But he's okay, right?
Awesome. Number fucking 1 today.
So how long did it take him to recover from? So your mom just got you through cancer, house burning down, and now her son is on life support.
Yep.
Jesus, take the wheel.
He lived with mom for 2 years after that. I told you my mom was a saint.
But just think about. So after your father had lost, your father stood over his brother in a coma, and now he's standing over his son in a coma.
In ICU.
In ICU. Same scenario again.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know what made it hard? Real dead on my dad? My dad left my brother about 15 minutes after my dad left my brother about 15 minutes after my dad left my brother. My brother had his accident. They never found him for about 5 hours after.
Wow.
And so it's not like I said. It's my two parents went through fucking hell and back twice. So everybody thinks that you never know what a person went through in their life until you can walk in their shoes.
No,
You look at somebody, you look at somebody some days and you say, "Oh, that person is not very happy today." You don't know what that person just went
that's
through
right,
the
Steve
day
Martel.
before.
That's right.
But because they're not happy-go-lucky, there's always people so easy to judge that person.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
So, and it happens. It's gonna happen today. It happened today. It's gonna happen yesterday. It's gonna keep happening tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
people gotta step the fuck back, and you gotta realize what them people are going through. And there's a lot of circumstances where people don't always come out on top, because when you get at the place where you can turn right or you can turn left, there's a lot of people that don't turn right. They always turn left. But don't go too far left that you can't turn back right.
Steve, we got a voting system going on here, I think. I don't know if you're watching any of this or reading any of this.
No, I can't see no comments that anybody is saying.
Okay, don't say anything yet. Don't anybody say anything yet. Steve's not reading none of this, but I was going to suggest that myself, guys. Should we do some questions and answers? I'll read the questions to you as they come up.
Listen, don't ask me a question that you don't want the fucking right answer for.
Well, that's like asking me to read some tarot cards. And
Okay,
Brian, if you want to hear it, I'll
telling.
read it to you. Can we get?
Listen,
just give Patrick.
I'm telling you, don't ask it if you don't want the truth. And I don't care. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth right from the bottom of my heart, right to the top. Is that shroom tea you're drinking there?
Is it what?
Is that shroom tea?
Yes. Don't you mind what blessings in my cup?
Send me some of them blessings. Come on.
No, it's just plain raspberry tea.
And listen, I gotta tell you something else before you start.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty dark. It's pretty dark right here. You can't really see me good, right?
Yeah.
When the goddamn haircut comes, it will be a lot more light.
Okay, so we got lots of light when the haircut comes.
I'll go in the shed.
Okay, excellent. You're gonna go in the shed, right? Okay, perfect.
Promise.
Excellent. We are going to just give us 1 second. Yeah. We are going to start Steve, anybody who wants to ask Steve a question, anything he said, you want more story into it?
You got to tell me that because I can't see it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you everything, Steve. Steve can't see anything that's being said. So if you got a question for Steve and you want to know more about his story, he's 100% open. We got one lady saying, "I cannot thank you enough for sharing yourself."
Yeah, but listen, that's just up to around the last 2 years. I haven't told nobody about the last 2 years of my life.
So you going to tell us about the last 2 years?
Do you want to know about the last 2 years?
I would love to know if you want to share it.
That's when I met Serena.
That's where everything changed.
Well, when my wife left me, and that's when me and Serena got together. And we started talking, we were good friends or whatever. Anyway, so one thing led to another. So now February, my two kids has been with us because their mother is into things that I was into in my past, and it still haven't changed. So my kids has been with me now since February. There's a lot of days it's pretty stressful. There's a lot of days that you got to count your blessings. There's a lot of days that a lot of things happen because you got two families here now that was brought together, that was reared up way different, and like because I used to work away and stuff like that, so my kids were kind of let go. But my kids I've leaped mounds in the last since February. I got an email one day. This is one thing I want to bring up really good. I got an email one day. I passed the phone to Serena. I said, "For fuck's sakes!" I said, "Open that." I said, "Because I don't want to see it because I was so used to getting emails about my son, about things that he was doing in school." He told his teacher one day. He told her, he said, "I don't care if you call us home." He said, "Because I know his dad's not home. Mom's not going to do nothing."
And that is sad.
So, anyways, this day, like I said, I got this email. This email means a lot to me. Anyway, I said, "Serena, open that email. For fuck's sakes, open that email." Anyway, she opened it. And when she opened it, she said, she looked at me and her eyes was right wide open, right? Like she got her red bicycle on Christmas morning or something, you know what I mean? But anyway, she's like, "You got to read this. You got to read this." And this was the email from a teacher, not telling me about negative things about Tate, but positive things about Tate. And it made me, oh, you don't even understand like how happy I was. So like everybody's talking about this COVID thing and stuff. Like if this COVID thing didn't really happen when it did, and my kids spend the full year in school, my kids could be so much like they're not bad now. Don't get me wrong, but they could have learned a lot more from it. So everybody thinks this COVID thing kicked them in the ass. Don't always think about what the COVID done to you. Think about what it may have done to somebody else, right?
God bless your heart, Steve. 100%.
And I lost
Not yet.
I lost my job. I lost my job for this COVID shit too. But do you see the negativity in me?
No, I don't.
No, you won't.
We lost our business, Steve. We lost our business.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to thrive off. Plus, I got a woman bringing home the bacon too, right? And she brings
That's
home the
what
bacon.
Rob got too now, so he's quite happy.
Yeah, she's bringing home the bacon, and I'm frying it up.
There you go. I'm actually teaching Rob to cook. He's doing an excellent job. It's a quite shift in our home, but that's okay. So I'm gonna ask.
Well, I can cook.
So,
And that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now today. We got 4 kids here now. We got 4 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 birds, and it's pretty fucking stressful.
but you guys are gonna get through it. You're gonna get through
Organized chaos.
That's it. It's only for a season.
Okay.
Because those kids that's driving you nuts today is going to be your strength in the future. Keep them together and keep them strong.
I'm not going to lie. I can't wait for them to go to school.
Well, I think you and a lot more other parents is on that spectrum right now. Like Sarah, my niece, all the parents are going first day of school. Sarah sends pictures of her kids. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
Better than Christmas.
It's better than Christmas, right? It's the most wonderful
Listen,
time
I know
of the
your
year.
niece. I know it's your niece because she graduated when I did.
Okay. Steve, we're going to ask you some questions. Can we take some questions?
Come on, give me some questions.
Okay, some questions for Steve, guys. So put up the questions, son. Let me see the questions, please.
Listen, I got to tell you this in the beginning. Don't ask me questions unless you want me to be truthful about answers.
They knows that. Was it hard to get off the drugs though? And how well?
Which drugs? Yeah. Okay. Which drugs?
Okay, from Carolyn Pello asks, was it hard to get off the drugs? And how well do something know if a family member is telling the truth? Oh, so she's asking, how hard was it to get off the drugs? And how do you know if a family member is telling the truth? I think that's what she's trying to say. Like if they're lying about
Well, I
drugs,
tell
if
you
they're
this.
saying they're not on drugs.
Well, I'm going to tell you this one right now. I was an honest drug addict.
Well,
I used to ask my mom for a loan of $40,
yeah.
and she gave me her bank card to go to the bank. And when she gave me her bank card to go to the bank, I took out $40.
Yeah.
I probably could have took out $4,000, but I never asked for $4,000. I asked for $40.
Yeah.
And whatever I asked my mom for, I used to take out the amount. But if you're going to think that somebody is doing drugs, they're going to like somebody that, like, say if you have family functions. For instance, if you have I used to shy away from family functions because I didn't want to bring me and the person I was with at the time around family functions because we were drug addicts.
Yep.
And I didn't want my family to see me doing that.
No.
And so I shy away from family functions, and but not with me, but there's usually a lot of lies that's being told. And I can remember one time for my son's birthday that I rented the swimming pool for my son's birthday. My son's swimming pool got paid for 4 times. And at the end, when I like my mom paid for it, my aunt paid for it, and somebody else paid for it. And after we had the swim, they asked me, was I going to pay for it? But because like I said, I was an honest drug addict. Everybody's not an honest drug addict. Do you understand is that a legit answer to the question?
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful answer to the question. It's you just don't know. Everybody handles it different. You got people that's hoping with their drug addict, and you got people in hiding about your drug addict, about being their drug abuse. I seen something there that I wanted to. Somebody says something. Asked something about your brother's twins. What's that? Asked about his brother's twin. What's that?
Yep, my brother got a twin. My brother got a twin of girls. Yep.
Oh, since the accident?
No. My brother had a twin of girls before the accident.
Okay.
And
that was Kathy Morey.
Yeah, that's a pretty that's a touchy topic for me because I can give my point of view on it, but
so maybe we shouldn't go. Maybe we should just leave that. It's not your story to tell.
Yeah, because my brother is a lot to me. My brother is my world, and I don't want to say something that's going to piss my brother off.
No, it's not.
Simple.
Okay, we're not going to ask about that because that's not his story to tell. That's his brother's story to tell. Okay.
But I can tell you one thing. My brother supported his family, supported his twins throughout whatever. And even after he had his accident, my brother still supported his twins.
Absolutely.
And I know that for a fact. And I can tell you one thing right now that my brother right now today would love to have his twins at his house tomorrow.
Okay.
And that's all that. And I want to leave it at that, please.
Yeah. No, that's not your story to tell. Patrick, can you scroll back up? I seen another a good question. Did your family rebuild the lost home? I mean, I know you cannot replace a
Yep.
family home and all the memories, but did your family try? And that is from Shelley.
My family, my mom has a actually, the street name. There's only one-way street in Springdale, and it's called Helm Street,
Yeah, right.
and that's where my mom and dad lives. Is like nightmare. That night, it was like nightmare on fucking Helm Street.
Right?
And my mom and dad has a new house, and it's about 5 years now since my mom and dad has a new house. Six, actually, I had a Facebook memory come up of 6 years actually, but and they got all the things replaced, but like all the pictures and the
Yeah.
sentimental stuff, you can never replace that.
No,
But
she
there was
knows
no
that.
there was no fatalities in the house.
Yeah.
And we thrived through it.
Excellent. So they got a new family home and making new family memories.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Do anybody else have any question for Steve before he gets ready to shave his hair?
I got a question. I got a question.
Yep.
And Serena's there with a phone in her hand. I got a question. Was anybody disappointed from my story?
Oh, Steve, I don't think anybody was disappointed from your story.
No, but we had all this thrive about my story and that it was going to come on and everything. Was anybody disappointed from it?
I think you're going to get the answer about that in a little bit. So, Steve, can we get ready to go get your hair cut? Because we're running out of time.
Not a problem at all. I gotta take my sunglasses off to eat.
Now, Serena, I don't want you to start shaving his head until I say go. When I say go, okay?
Listen, how about 1, 2, 3, go? We do that down at home. So
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. When I say 1, 2, 3, go. Okay?
hey, it's all on your
Not till
time,
I
baby.
say go.
You
Are
know
you
what?
ready, Steve?
You know what?
Well,
I don't fucking want to shave my head.
I
but
know you don't
what?
want to shave your head, but you're
But you
going
know
to do
what?
it anyway.
You fucking
Get those
this is
buzzers
a good-
going.
This is a good cause, and I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. Perfect.
I don't even know right now because I can't see it there. How many people's in the room at the time?
Yeah. We've had
70
anywhere
people.
between been about 70 steady all night watching. So we
Yep.
got 70 here now that's about ready to watch you go bald.
And I bet there's about 70 of them from Springdale. I was at the grocery store today.
Yeah.
And the missus asked me. Missus looked at me because Regan wanted some Mr. Noodle, so I went there and got her some Mr. Noodle.
Yeah.
And the missus looked at me. She said, "You still got your hair?" And I said, "Yeah, it's not time yet."
Not time
So, like,
yet.
Oh yeah. So like, does everybody in this town knows
Yeah.
what's going on right now? And you know what? It's not just my hair that should make people have a smile on people's faces. There's other things that should bring things to people to have a smile on their faces.
That's right, Steve, my darling. That's right. So
And anyway, we're gonna get on the go now.
we're going to get on the
shave
go.
my
Yeah.
fucking head.
Get those buzzers going and not till I say go. You got the buzz?
Fran.
Turn the buzzers on.
I got pee too. Tell her.
Fran,
Yeah.
I was at work today, so I worked 12 hours today,
Yeah.
and I went into this residence room, and
Yeah.
is someone that's on your group all the time.
Yeah.
So I went in, and someone said, "So when's this happening with Steve?" And I said, "I'm working till 8, so it's not going to happen until at least I get off."
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, I look forward to that every single day."
Oh,
And I
love
said,
her heart.
Yeah, I said, I do too. I said, but you got to tune in when I get off work. I don't get off work till 7:30.
Yeah.
So everything is going to happen after that. I said, because Steve doesn't have the insight to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, not a problem.
Yep.
And I said, she's like, I am tuning in later to make sure this man loses his hair. I said, right?
Yeah.
She said, always a good laugh. I know what this guy thinks about his hair. And
Yep.
trust me, like I said before, this man is more woman than I'll ever be. And I am quite the fucking woman. Let me tell you why.
Okay, where's Steve to right now?
He's getting all the credentials ready there now.
Okay, so you're the one shaving, right?
Oh, damn right, I'm the one shaving. Oh, so we're not what? What are we not doing?
Just keep it right to the last second. Right to the last second.
Oh my.
I think he's been
Yeah,
true
I love
enough.
you.
He's
You know
been
what?
true. He's been
No,
true
the
enough.
thing is,
He's been true
yeah,
enough.
but you know what though? The thing is, yeah, he's been through a lot, but the fact of the matter is he's still willing to do it.
Yeah, but he's not going. There's no need. We
Oh,
raised
I
him.
am doing it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're not.
Yes,
She's
I
trying to kick the
am.
womanhood out of it.
Yes.
Why is
am
all the
doing
angry
it.
faces coming up?
I
Why
don't
is
know,
everybody
but you
so
know what?
angry all of a sudden?
Oh, because they don't want Steve
Yeah,
to shave
get
his
rid
head.
of them. No angry faces around here.
See what Steve said?
What?
Steve said the hair will grow back.
Oh no. Let's get sat down now and get the buzzers going.
Steve, come on, they're ready for you.
Come on, we're waiting. Steve, come and get Steve's name shot up. Steve.
Come on, show some love.
Yeah. Let me see the thing how it come in. Steve. Tell people's
What are we
coming.
saying? No.
Oh, yep. Just waiting for Steve to get ready there. Can
We're
you
all
put
ready
that?
now.
Are you ready, Steve?
Look, come on now, we go to the shed.
Yeah, well, let's go to the shed. Off to the shed we go.
Nobody wants to.
Off to the shed we go.
Okay, what's
We
going?
gotta do a poll apparently.
What?
Now, Serena, what? Keep your mouth shut now. Sit down to the shed and get some light on.
Look, we're gonna get some light in there now. Look,
Now,
look.
Here's the light. We're in the shed now, boy. We're in the camp now.
Look.
Sit down in your throne,
Don't
Steve.
show that.
Sit down in your throne.
This is gonna be fun.
There, oh yeah, fun for you.
You're all
you
shouting out
arsehole.
now. Steve. Everybody's ready. Are you ready, Steve?
There, hold that on. I take this here shirt off.
Take your shirt off,
he's
yeah.
sitting down now.
There, this is what everybody's been waiting for. Woohoo! Now, Steve, look. Hey, that's what you're all waiting for tonight.
I worked hard on this thing. Look, you see
We
that?
can see
That's
that,
not
sir.
fair.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Now, if my husband
that's how
wants to
it's
take his shirt off and compare there, Rob, with who's man now? Sit down, Steve, my dog. Okay, you got the buzzers
take
ready?
the thing off it. Take the thing off it.
Okay,
And
now
listen,
till
now
I
I gotta
say
tell you.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah,
Not
take
yet,
off.
Serena. Not yet.
Listen, I gotta tell you. First thing she got to do.
Yeah.
She got to go right through the middle, so I can't change my mind.
Okay. So you got the buzzers going? Let us hear the buzzers. How did that make you feel, Steve?
Just do it.
Okay. Wait, we got some breaking news coming up here, Steve. Can
What?
I see
don't
that?
have to do it?
Wait. No. Oh, yes, you got to do it. Should Steve shave his head? We did a poll.
Okay.
What's the pool?
So we did
Everything,
a yes,
no.
and we did keep the ear. And the results are in, so you might have a little chance here that you get to keep your hair, Steve.
Really?
There is some hope. So you ready for the results?
So listen, I'm not shaving my arse online. So.
No, you don't have to shave your arse. So we got 93% saying one thing, and we got 7% saying the other thing. So
Who's the 7%?
So Steve, do you think it's a yay or a nay?
I'm thinking a yay.
So you want me to go back in and do me hair? Is that what they want?
They do, Steve. They want you to keep your hair. They do. Steve, you
Well, you
keep
gotta-
your hair. You've been true enough.
Oh,
We got
really?
93%
No!
people said keep your hair, and we got 7% said no. 7% yes, shave it off. So there you go, Steve. Get to keep your
So-
hair. And can we get a final total right now on the money that Steve raised?
Hey, listen. You're gonna have to wait 5 minutes, and I'll come back with my hair
Hey,
done.
go do your hair, Steve, and come back and show us your
Here.
hair.
Thanks,
And
Serena.
there we go, guys. Steve gets to keep his hair. Serena is pissed off.
I am so pissed off. I was looking. Listen, I took time off work for this tonight. I really did. Look.
Let's shave your head.
Not cool. Not cool
Listen,
at all.
It's not me. It's the people who spoke. The people as spoke. Listen. I didn't even cast a vote, and we got it's the family, and we can't go against the family. The family is spoken.
Oh man, I might disown my family tonight.
She's gonna disown her family. She got how many people said yes? 7%. That's your people. That's your people.
Oh, no.
God love it. For him to even think about going that far and doing that.
Listen, I had this shaving cream and a brand new Mach 8 razor ready to go.
Well, I thought we were going to do it too, but the people came up and they ganged up against stuff and they said no, absolutely not. My husband is going, shave him. Because he's bald.
Oh, this is not cool.
Your mother-in-law
This is the
saying you
highlight of my
should shave
week.
yours.
No. Not happening. Maybe underneath. I did the underneath part, but not on. No.
I think he did good. I think he did good, and I think that he deserves a 6-pack for sure.
He deserves his head to be shaved too, but that didn't happen apparently.
He's pissed. You doll, I love you right to pieces. You just try and kick some of that girl off and in you.
Clipper's ready.
Yeah.
I am so ready for this shit. Look, listen.
I know we could hear it. We could hear it.
Yeah, but
Listen, don't bitch at me.
I need
Bitch
a
at your
haircut
family.
today.
Look at Nilla.
Listen.
Hey!
I need a haircut. I need the haircut today, and I never got one because I thought I was shaving my head.
Yeah. There you go, Steve.
Because
How
I
do
was
you
at the
feel?
1 week. I was at the 1 week point today where I need the haircut.
You gotta do it. That's for shits and giggles. You got to.
Do what? Okay,
You're gonna do it.
I got to do it. She told me.
It's between you and Serena at this point. Because your family, your online family says no. Now it's between you guys at this point. Oh my God, my head is hurting from laughing. How so much
How much
sad-
money we got?
What's our final total?
$60 for this on.
How much money did we raise tonight? I don't have my other phone, so
Oh, but listen now. Okay. Listen, I gotta say something first. Listen now. Okay, we're gonna take another vote after what I say.
okay.
Okay, don't vote on what I went through in my life because what I went through in my life made me the person that I am today.
Hallelujah, my darling.
So don't vote on that. Vote if you want to see me fucking bald or not.
Yes.
So Steve said, "Don't vote
Don't
on."
worry.
He wants one more poll. He
Don't
wants
vote.
one more poll. He said,
Okay, I
"Don't
want one
vote
more
on if you
poll.
want to see me what he went through in his life. He's gained his knowledge and his
don't-
wisdom from that, and makes him a better man. Do you want to vote? Do you want to see
Exactly.
Steve ball? Do you want to help Serena to kick the princess out of Steve? I think that's Serena's biggest problem here tonight.
Listen.
Yes.
Yeah, but listen. She's not going to kick the princess out of me because I'll be shining that with some of this neat or something. I'll be the best, sexiest looking bald man you're going to see.
Well, there you go. I think Steve wants this, actually. I think he's ready for
Me
this.
too.
I don't care. Listen, I don't listen. When I commit to something, I'm all in. And I committed to this. So if there's only 7% that wants it, like, come on now, we get that up to about, I'll go 60-40. If you get 60-40, we'll fucking shave her.
Patrick, I got
She
another
shaved it anyway,
donation
apparently.
from somebody. It's Jenna Rowe. She donated another $40 on that total. So if anybody's still guys, it's not too late to donate. Please. Oh, I don't know what I just did there. I think I deleted someone's donation. Shit.
I never done my hair very fucking good either. Look at it.
Shit.
That's the fastest time I've ever done my hair in my life.
Hope I didn't. Oh wait, now I could go in my delete it box, right?
What are you saying?
I don't know how to do that. Inbox. Because I scrolled over too quick.
Plus one more, shave it. Juanita Burton is the last one I said shave it. All right. You can't keep saying shave it, right? Like, you can't use your name again.
Come on, let's get up to 700.
Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get on and go.
Oh, my phone just died. Shit. Okay, so we're on our own, so I can't even see if the money's coming in. My phone is dead. Oh, Patrick can. He could open up my bank account on his thingy.
Come on. Save the fucking stuff off. It's only going to grow back.
Steve wants to shave it, I think. I think your family fell in love with your story and your courage, but... Care, there's your new pull-up. You got your new pull-up, Steve.
Everybody stop it. I don't give a fuck what the pull is. It's coming off.
Okay.
That's what in the beginning, that's what it was. It's coming off, and I got to wait.
I got it plugged in, but it don't want to charge.
Air in the air now.
Here,
hold it on.
That's it. Serena, I think if you don't shave that, you're not sleeping in bed with Yes, shave his head 100%. There you go.
I am doing it.
Oh, 72% saying shave his head. 75% saying shave his head.
I'm taking the hairspray and the mousse out of it so I can shave it. Give it
72% saying
shave.
65%.
That was the way it was in the beginning. We're going to shave the fucking head. If you got the $500, you got the $500, so the hair is gone.
Okay, the hair is gone, guys. Here we go.
Oh, watch this, huh?
Listen, I'm doing the first.
No.
Don't give it to the wife. Give it a kiss. At least give it a kiss,
wait, no. We got it. You got to stop that. What you just said, then. It's not the wife. I divorced that last week.
Hey, Steve, calm down. Serena, give it a kiss.
All right, give her.
Give it a kiss.
Can everybody see it? Kiss goodbye to her.
Rub your fingers, Steve, through it for the last time for a while.
Look. Yeah, that'll grow back. That'll grow back. I hope the razor gives out. You see how white that is? Look how goddamn white that is. There goes Fabio Green Bay.
Oh my God, Steve, you darling. Oh God, I can't look.
I love it.
No, you better not miss no hair now, because I gotta be perfect.
Hey, you're looking pretty good there, bud.
I know. Listen, it's not the hair that makes the man, it's the man that makes the hair.
That's right.
How you doing?
How you doing?
OMG.
You dog, God love you. Thank you, Steve, for all the laughter, the wisdom, and the insight.
But I gotta tell you this one, there's no fucking shaving cream and razor though. I don't care if you get...
Yeah, that's got a bit too far. I think you look pretty darn good as a bald-headed man.
I know I do.
I'm almost thinking my husband needs to shave his chest, because I'm liking this whole thing going on here now.
Well, you like this chest part?
I do.
You got to shave his balls and all with it, right?
Yeah, he takes care of that.
Look at this. Look.
Yeah, look at that. Can you see it, Steve?
It's only about 10 tanning sessions, and I'll have that tan the same thing as my chest.
Oh, buddy. You're going to be crying tomorrow. Are you crying already?
Do I look like I'm crying?
You will.
Ball is sexy. I don't care. I do like ball too. I think ball's sexy.
This is the best day of my life.
Is
Just saying.
You know why? Because I'm not going to use no more of her fucking hairspray.
Yeah. This shit costs me like $30 a bottle back.
So how fast do your hair grow? That'd be back again in a couple weeks, though, eh?
Oh, man.
Yeah, but you know what? I got more goddamn rockles in the back of me head from when I was younger than Kellogg's got
Rockles?
cornflakes. Yes, but you don't know how many times my head been split open from rocks.
My husband said you looks like him without a beard now.
Well, you know what?
Hey, listen. If he got his accent, man, that don't matter. Hair
It don't
not
do
matter.
it. Not one little bit,
No.
Laurel.
Listen, your husband must be some sexy motherfucker.
He is. Actually,
yeah.
my husband, Steve, how old is you?
38.
My husband is younger than you, Steve. And I think he's got like 5, 6 years younger than you, actually.
I probably got youngsters so old as your husband then.
Pretty close. Yeah. I didn't rub the cradle, Steve. I shot the stork.
Oh my. There I am now with 2 phones and hairs in my hand.
He looks pretty good. He look a little like Mr. Clean.
Look.
Hey?
Yeah, but look, the
You got
Kenny's
to go
still there,
thing
though.
on Mr. Clean, McLean, your house,
No, you
so
can't.
everything is shiny, Mr. Clean.
Oh my.
Sit down.
I'll sit down. I'm allowed to sit down again?
Yeah.
Wipe the chair off.
Got brush your ear off now so you don't get hit, Che.
Right.
My husband is 4 years younger than you.
Really? 4 years younger?
Yeah.
Oh, no, listen,
No, bye.
Yo, she's going for it. She's getting every mood hair off Steve she can get off it. She's enjoying that too much. Clean you up nice.
just
though.
smile. Listen. Age don't mean nothing. You guys are foolish.
Oh, I found me soulmate with you, Steve. I waited a long time. There looks good,
look.
Steve.
Look, now I gotta ask you a question. Was the fucking donations worth it?
Yes, it was. Yes, do we have a final total? Yeah. Okay, Patrick's doing up the final total. Your
Can't
mother
believe
goes
I
makes your
just told
nose look bigger. She's laughing at you. Your mother's laughing at you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah,
His
let's.
nose is pretty big.
But don't
Yeah,
worry, you're
listen.
still mom's boy with or without the hair.
Tell Mom I got her nose from her. Me nose from her.
And Brady said he got his nose from you, so laugh too hard. Okay, so and you got the last 40 that come in? So Patrick said it's around $661. But we'll get it all downloaded.
Awesome.
Right? $661
Thanks for that.
is going to
I
hit
gotta
the streets of Springdale with flowers.
I gotta say, like, you guys sold me $13, you know.
Coming in, babe? Oh. Come say hi.
You guys sold me
Can
$13,
you put Rob
you
up
know.
on the camera too, Patrick?
You damn
I
right.
need to hear his accent.
You're damn right. You better put Rob up there now because we got same haircut.
Yeah,
He's so
come
sexy
down
as
close,
I am,
Dave, so
apparently.
you
Sweet.
make-
I want to see him.
Yeah, wait, no, we just gotta wait till Patrick, because I can't
Oh.
see. All I can see is you, so second. Okay, can we see?
Okay, hold on. Is this over there?
So
Okay, hold on. Now listen. Take a look at this. Can I switch this around?
Yeah.
How do I switch the camera around? Oh, look.
There he is, look. Now,
Right?
can you see Rob, Patrick? Yeah,
Just
please.
for you, Fran.
What's that?
I want to see Rob.
Rob is coming. Hold on. Okay, here we go, baby.
I
You
need
come
to
down
hear
here.
his accent again.
You took a picture. Like, you get the full body fucking shot.
I did get a full body shot.
Yep.
Look at that beard.
Look
I
at
know,
this,
it's gonna
Steve.
take
This
me
is
a
a
while.
man right here. Look.
Beard.
It's going to take me a lot of months to grow that.
Hey, that's
Look
a
at that
man
beard.
right there.
That's a man beard.
Yeah.
You see it?
Listen, wait, Fran.
Patrick
Fran.
State. Look, Steve. Look. That's a man.
What'd you say? Oh, yeah, but
I need to hear him speak.
Come down.
Tell
Congratulations
him
on
to
it.
say
Come,
something to
Steve.
me.
Come down so we can see you.
so Steve. I'm fucking awesome.
Shift over a bit more,
I need
babe.
to hear
Come
him
close.
say something.
Okay, he wants to
Totally
say something
cool.
to Steve.
Good job, Steve. I was voting for you.
He was voting for you. He was voting for you.
He's not even from Ontario.
No, he's from England or Scotland or something.
Fucking awesome.
Say something else to him, Rob.
Well, you newfie crazy bastard.
Hey, we going up on the hill to get some dollar bills?
Go up on the hill to get some dollar bills. No, but we're going to go up and sit on the
Say it,
city,
say it.
and we're going to have some tea in a little bit.
Pizza's
Oh, pizza,
That's
sorry.
fucking awesome.
Oh, Steve, God love you. Steve, you
Oh,
did
that is
awesome.
fucking
You must be so
awesome.
proud of your man, Serena.
Well, you know.
She's only more.
God love you. God
Steve,
love you.
yours grow back, mine won't.
Yeah, that's point, Steve.
Yes.
Hear what Rob just said to
Actually,
you?
you know what? Listen. We went in earlier and he went in and put his daughter to bed and he said, like, you need to go to bed because Dad's got to do a thing later and he's got to shave his head. She's like, what, Dad? She said, you're not going to have no hair tomorrow? She said, I'm not going to have any hair. He's like, well, I need to see this. He's like, no, you got to go to bed because, like, you know, it's late. And she said, so when I wakes up, you're going to have no hair? He said, Dad's going to have no hair. She said, I've never seen you with no hair.
Oh, he's going to be shocked tomorrow. How old is she, Serena?
She's 5.
Oh, that's it. That's going to be a big shock for her.
You know what?
My doll.
Hair grows back. Smiles last forever.
Exactly, Steve. And you're going to reach so many...
Listen, he might say that now, but when he wakes up tomorrow, he will be crying.
Wait, Rob, come. Wait, Serena, Rob, read this comment right here. Come here to the camera and read it to the people. This one right here. Read this here. Read it loud into the
that's
camera.
not gonna happen.
Oh, no.
Read it.
Next donation is...
Hey,
for
listen,
Husband to shave
I
his
just
beard.
read that comment. Don't do it.
Next donation is for your husband to shave his beard.
Don't do it.
No,
No.
I am like advocating against that
Listen.
because I do not want to see your husband shave his beard.
Hey,
You
listen.
know.
I'll shave my ass before he shaves his beard.
I gotta tell you,
So,
he's got this big clift, clift. He's got a
I
huge
know.
clift,
John Travolta.
like John is worse than John Travolta. I mean,
love
it's
it.
see,
I love it.
first when I met him and he was coming into the bar,
I didn't know you had such a sexy husband, Fran. Come on by.
I keeps telling him to
that
come and
shit.
join us, but he won't come and join us. I do have a
I
sexy husband.
listen.
They never seen. She never seen when he made the thing for you.
I seen that. But when I heard him speak today, I was like, oh my God, like, where's he from? I need him to talk to me. Can he talk to me?
See? I told him I want him to come on Wicked Wednesdays and read the comments for the girls.
I just need him to talk to me and make me go to sleep. That's all I want. That's it.
You're falling in
That's
love
it.
with Johnny.
You know how Steve is the Green Bay of Fabio?
Yeah.
Your man might be the, like, you know, the sole decision of, like, I don't know, Newfoundland and BC or wherever it is you are.
I can tell you, everybody loves my husband. And when we had the store, the whole people would come in, they would say, Fran, you be good to Rob. Like, what the hell do you all think I'm doing to Rob? Like,
Listen,
seriously.
he had me at his accent. Like, I was like, oh my God.
I know.
I'm torn.
Oh, now see, you got poor Serena. I told him the other day, I said, if anything happens to me, that they're going to be flying up here from all over Newfoundland, all over the world, making sure you got your socks is washed, your bed is made, and food's cooked for you.
I'll even cooking Jig's dinner.
You
Is
don't
she
know how to
cooking
cook.
Jig's
That's what
dinner?
you're talking about. Listen.
No, he
she
don't like
know how to
Jig's
cook
dinner.
Jig's
He likes
dinner.
roast beef. He likes roast beef
Well,
and
roast
Yorkshire
beef
pudding.
dinner, whatever he wants. If he's going to talk to me in that accent, I will cook him whatever he wants.
Fran, you know what she's gonna say? She's gonna say, Steve, can you cook this for me?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He's learning how to cook pizza. He made some chicken the other night. He's making rice on the stove now, so he's doing pretty good. Well, you'll have to train him.
I want to try.
I like to have something that he cooks back in his hometown.
Oh, that's what they like. They call it, they take the Yorkshire pudding. You make Yorkshire pudding?
I knows what you're talking about, yeah.
Well, Mom, we
clue.
grew up on Yorkshire pudding. But you take the Yorkshire pudding and you put sausage in it, and you call it toad in a hole. Yorkshire pudding and sausage. Yeah, and they make
That sounds like a main dish from Newfoundland.
told no. And another thing he likes is they have beans on toast. So you take your toast.
Oh, beans and wieners. Come on back.
Yeah, but
That's
Mom used to make
purity
biscotti and toast.
Yeah, grandmother used to make. Grandmother used to make. Every time she said, "Come down for chili,"
Yeah.
she'd have goulash with chili in it, powder.
That's a little
I don't know what
different.
that's all about.
That's a little
I
different.
don't know what that's all about.
No. Okay, do
Oh,
we
no.
have anybody with any questions for Steve or Serena before we ends up for tonight? Because I need to piss like a racehorse. We've been on live for 5 hours tonight. Over 5 hours. Mom pronounce it Yoga Shore puddings. Laughing my ass off.
Yes.
It's your shore pudding. Yorkshire.
Yeah, I bet.
Just look at these guys. Just look.
Benny, my son, he made Yorkshire pudding a couple nights ago. It was absolutely wicked. He still loves you, Steve Law. Hey?
I'm actually creeping his phone, just say the truth.
He's creeping his phone.
Beans. Good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel, and you can have another meal.
And Carol Peddle said, tell her to be a good girl and leave your man alone.
Hey, can't. See, that's the type of relationship we have.
That's the type of relationship they got. He got that relationship, Carol, with a lot of women. My sister says, anything happens to me, Juan's right there. She's going to grab you up that fast. You better hurry. She's determined.
Do you know he gets to drive around in a convertible at Juan?
I know. She got her little yellow convertible now. Yeah.
The thing is, Fran, if you feel self-conscious about your relationship, you should be in a relationship.
No,
Well,
you
listen,
shouldn't.
No,
you shouldn't at all.
We got a question here now from somebody. I'll read it out now because I'm a bit stuttering.
What advice does Steve have for parenting with children facing addiction?
Oh, beautiful, Dana. Thank you for that.
Well, I'm going to lie that down now. I'm going to tell you. My mom, no matter what kind of addiction that I had, never ever turned her back on me.
No.
And she was always there, no matter what. She was always there for me. And don't turn your back on anybody that, if it's your son, your daughter, or whatever it is.
There's gonna be some tough love too.
Yeah. You can't, what's the word I'm looking for? Tell me what I'm looking for. Come on now. You can't, you can't, come on, bud. You're usually there for this. You can't.
I don't know what you're saying, but I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, but the word I'm looking for is that you can't say that it's good what he's doing or she's doing.
Can't enable.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. You can't enable the person. You got to tell the person that, okay, if you actually want to help, that you need help, I'm there for you. But I'm not going to be there for you if you're not going to. You can't help nobody that's going to help. They can't help themselves.
If they don't want to help, you can't give it.
No. And there's a program out there now. Like I told you, the worst drug that there is out there is opiates. And the people that's going out here now and getting on all these, that's getting on, there's two types of things, program that you can use. You can go with the Suboxone, or you can go with the, what's the other drink that drink you takes? I can't remember.
I don't know.
There's a drink you takes, but you're still high for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
With the drink. But Suboxone, what Suboxone does, it takes, if you're committed to it, Suboxone is the way to go. Because if you take Suboxone and you do drugs, well, the drugs that you take, Suboxone's a blocker for it.
Fran?
Yes, madam.
So you're going to.
I gotta say something from my own experience that, and this is going into a lot of people. I've been through a few things myself, and my main punchline tonight is you cannot help anybody.
Oh no, we froze.
Utmost positivity and positive outlook for somebody, and you think, you know what, they're going to change. Listen, you can do whatever you want to do, and unless they actually want to change, they aren't.
It's true.
I have lived through a lot of shit too, and I've been through a lot of addictions, and I went through a failed marriage. I have 2 beautiful children that are my life.
Yep.
And I have a lot of things that are going on. But like, you know how they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink?
Absolutely.
You can lead a horse to as many streams and as many ponds as you want, but if they don't want to drink, they're not going to drink.
No, they're not. They're not.
And people need to realize this, and like, you need to take focus of like the red flags and stuff, because if it's coming up to you in the beginning, it's going to come up to you in the end too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the only thing that has got me through the last decade of my life is the love that my children give to me. And people need to realize that the only thing that's going to get you through this life is that love.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because like whatever Siege has done and the cancer thing and whatever, but the thing that I think the message that I felt I need to give out tonight is that everybody thinks that you need somebody to make you happy.
No.
The only thing that is going to make you happy is yourself.
Is the love for yourself, and there's so much work needs to be done, because before you could get anybody off drugs, they need to go within and find out why they started that drugs and begin the process of feeling their own self and knowing their own self-worth.
But it's not even just drugs though, friend. It's like
everything, sweetheart.
It's everything.
Everything.
It's the defeat. It's the letdown as a mom. It's a letdown as a coworker. It's a letdown as a person in general. And the thing that I gotta say is that I always thought that I needed somebody to make me feel whole. Do you know what? The only thing that I realized, I'm only 34 years old. I will be 35 till April. But in the last decade, I've realized the only thing that makes me whole is the life that I've made for myself.
Absolutely.
And And my girls, and like I have an 8-year-old and I have an 11-year-old. And the only thing that matters to me in this world and everything and beyond is what makes him happy. I
God
don't
love your
care if I
heart.
got Steve here. I don't care if I got my job. I don't care. Like, I need my job to make sure my kids have everything that they need. I don't mean that, but like I work my ass off to make sure that my girls have everything they want and everything they need. But I have myself set up on this pedestal that everything I had was because of somebody else.
No,
But
absolutely not.
everything I had was because of what I made for myself.
Exactly, my darling. Exactly.
And my girls even say that to me. Like my girls are, I know I'm being biased, and I know that everybody says, oh, their kids are the best. But you know what? I have an 11-year-old in there that teaches me things every day that I didn't even know.
Yep, absolutely. Um,
And my,
Put it this way, they're the best kids for you, sweetheart, and you're the best mom for them.
oh, they are the best things since
Right?
sliced bread.
That's like my husband's our anniversary tomorrow, and I don't want to say he's the best husband in the world, but he's the best one for me, and I'm the best one for him. You know?
Yeah.
Because they were given to you for a reason, my darling. Can I see Benny's comment there? Serena, we deal with addictions in our family too. And my son, I smoke weed.
I've dealt with addictions myself.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I went through a rough time.
Yeah.
I went through a rough time, and everybody used to say, "Oh, you're an alcoholic. You're this. You're that." And I said, "You know what? I'm a functioning alcoholic. Same way Steve said he was a functioning drug addict.
Yep.
Because I never let my addiction go above the love for my children.
Yeah.
I never did. But now looking back, there are a lot of things I could have done different.
Well, excuse me, that's all of us true life. I would never parent my boys now the way I parented them back then, right? But that's life. That's wisdom. We need to go through hard times to realize it. We need to go through the dark to understand the light, right? But I just going to share my son's story. I smoked weed for almost 15 years, chronically every day. Used to think I was a better person with it. Then my son came, and one morning I woke up and said I was done. I'm going on 2 years almost now. Never felt better and so proud. I beat addiction. My son was 100 pounds soaking wet. He was living a hard life. I was in Ontario. I was in Alberta. He was in Ottawa. And I lived every day wondering if I was going to get that call, if he was gone. And there was nothing I could do. He had to go on this self-discovery himself. And he went on it. He found it. He changed his life. And he's got a little 2-year-old boy that is the absolutely joy of his life. But it was his
That's so
time,
awesome.
his place, right? But as a parent, I was petrified. I'm petrified
now.
Yep.
I'm petrified now. I have 2 daughters going to grade 3 and grade 6. So this is the last year
Yep.
of my eldest daughter being in elementary.
Yep.
And she come home a couple of nights ago, and I had someone tell me, I said, listen, I said, if I know, and someone was concerned about how one of her friends that was in our school grade that was being bullied.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I said, listen, if I hear that you're even associated with those types of people,
Yep.
I said, this is one mama that is not going to be proud of you.
Yep.
I said, because you were raised to flock towards those types of people.
Yeah.
You are raised that way. I said, you're just as bad as those people that are bullying those like young girls as what if you were just a standby.
Yep.
I said, because if you don't pick up for them, who's going to pick up for them?
Yep, exactly. Don't put too much on her, though. She's just a little girl.
She's a strong girl, though.
I know, but just still just a little girl.
The
Guys, I really gotta go. We're gonna run out of time. I love you so much, Trina. We'll talk more next week or Wednesday night. We'll be back Wednesday night. We're gonna do a 2-hour Wicked Wednesday, and then we're gonna do 2-hour in our tarot studies after because they're running too late. So I wanted to make sure I had enough time to do our tarot studies. So we'll be coming 2 and 2 from now on. And
I was very excited to do this tonight. So
yes. So big shout out to my boy too, Patrick. Dad's saying shout out to you, Patrick, too, for an awesome job you did. I was so scared. I didn't know how it was all going to go. I were going to keep track of the donations. Catherine, thank you. Vanessa, thank you. Steve, Serena, thank you so much. Look at law, Mr. Clean. Will clean your house till everything is shiny, Mr. Clean. God love you, Steve.
I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go before I get to where your husband's too long.
I know you got a long way to go. So, Steve, you know what? I said everybody's saying you need to be my sidekick, right?
Yeah, well, listen.
I gotta say one thing though, Fran.
What's that?
I think it was a very heartfelt comment that everybody said, like he should keep his hair because he already went through cancer and all this stuff. But the thing is, Steve would not have signed up for this if he didn't want to do it.
I know he wouldn't have. And I did reach out this week, didn't I? I reached out this week and I said, Steve, we are not bullying you into this. We were.
No, you did. And I told him that.
Yeah. I was like, you're not being bullied
Everybody
into
wants
this.
to
You
see
could
it.
back out of this at any moment, Steve. You're not being bullied into this. And us girls yakking and putting Steve on in the middle of it. But I did reach out personally and told Steve he do not have to do this. And it's totally up to himself.
Hey, he would have done it otherwise because I would have told him he got to do that shit and is being done.
You know what,
Listen,
though? I think Steve is prouder right now than he would be with his full head of hair.
Listen, I'm gonna get some sun on this shit. I'm gonna look hotter than I did before.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. Exactly. So, good night, everybody.
Don't make his head grow anymore.
No.
It's a good thing the shed doors open.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say good night because I literally need to go bad. I'm going to say good night and thank you all for joining us. Patrick's going to put up a little 2-minute intro so everybody can say goodbye in the room. And love you all so very much. In contact with you
Next Saturday.
What?
Next Saturday.
Yep.
Listen, next Saturday. Throughout the week, we'll get them flowers and that out.
Yep.
Next Saturday, we'll have a video on here for everybody to see.
Yep. Absolutely. And pictures and everything. Well, we could get the pictures and that up right away as soon as Serena gets them. But,
Oh, yeah.
Steve,
She's the technology person, not me.
one last comment to Steve. The solar panels for the sex machine you are. So now you could get that solar panels charged up and some good sex coming your way.
So, send me your numbers.
Yes, Rob said that to you, my husband.
Listen,
You still want his number?
Yeah.
Listen, you're not
I
gay.
do.
Listen, you're not gay unless you're receiving.
I guess so. That's enough information. We are gone. I love you guys totally.
Awesome.
I love you guys.
Bye. Good night,
Love
everyone.
you,
Thank
bye.
you all for
Okay,
joining
bye.
us. Thank you all so
Fran.
much.
Thanks for tonight. Love you.
Love you too, my darling. Patrick's putting up a 2-minute little intrigue, so outro. Outro. So everybody can say goodbye. There we go. What a wonderful night. Oh, I'm thanking everybody once again who donated. So, where do I start to? Okay, Frida, Ely, Rhonda, Rowena, Catherine, Shelley, Aiden, Ailey, Kayla, Carol, Janice, Tiffany, Cindy, Rita, Vanessa, Betty, Belinda, Sherry, Sherry again, Mary, Sabrina, Tammy, Dana, Doreen, Shirley, Catherine again, and those 2 in PayPal, right? And I know one was Rhonda, and I think the other one was Donna too. So that is everybody that donated. Thank you all so much. God bless every one of you, and we'll see everybody back here next week. Thank you all so much.